people.
You can't just change songs. That's not how it works.
You guys just started saying words.
Alright, so you guys are standing at the exit of the sewer passage where you have your big mine carts full of gold. You've made it to your extraction point, but blocking your path is Jarl Axel, Bretta Basket, and Sledge Steel, who seem to have defected against you and joined up with him, and then beyond him, after this drop-off, right, of this tunnel, which goes way down into the Waterdeep harbor, some part of the ocean. You can see your airship floating maybe 15 feet away from this drop-off point. And Jarl Axel was there with his little cigarette, and he's, lay down your weapons. And then Sledge and Bretta Basket came forward with their, Sledge has his big warhammer, and Bretta has her little daggers, and they're like, yeah, lay down your weapons.
Oh, she sounds like a man.
Are they French?
Lay down your weapons.
That's better.
Is that Sledge segment, something like that?
Yeah, so I want to do something here. I want to make eye contact with Sledge. I'm going to make like an insight check to get like, this is my like, have you really turned to the dark side?
Yeah.
Or like, maybe I'm looking for a wink.
Gotcha.
Good call on that.
Yo, where's mine? Beats by Dre.
I don't even have a D20. Oh, here.
Dice?
This is me. It's called the Black 20, son.
I'm not even touching anything.
That's how good Apple is.
The music just started?
Black dice
Yeah,
and
Those are
Aslan.
just on that. Not on the TV.
That's fine.
No comment.
So how did your D20 go?
He hasn't rolled it yet.
Ooh.
It did not go well.
Maybe a
That's
7?
+0.
5.
The only thing that you pick up from Sledge is that you think there's a tinge of shame on his face.
Like maybe he's sold out, but he has made up his mind.
Maybe he's under a spell.
I wouldn't see the shame if he was under a spell.
Yeah, like he has no control over it.
How
He's
far away?
shameful.
How far away from them are we?
30 feet. Here, you guys want to draw? I can bring up like a white something.
Whiteboards matter. I am going to cast Charm Person on Sledge Steel.
Just get out of the way now.
Might as well.
Here's
You're all
the
penis.
first penis has been
Jump
made.
right in.
There.
Yeah.
We just pull
The
up
funny
the
thing
history
is-
and you just spellcast at them?
That is my Charm Person, but I think I can do it subtly that no one would know.
I hope so. Otherwise we've just... Charm Person could be seen as a microaggression.
I was like, where the...
I don't think they can even see me do it.
Huh? I don't know. What does it look like? What is a charm? Are you able to do with your eyes?
Bro.
Yeah,
Fine.
cock magic. That's what we're doing here is cock magic. Ooh. Charm Person.
Blowjob.
So Sledge has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Against my... what is it?
Just draw like, a hallway this way. Yep, and then like a line. That's like the drop off into the Waterdeep, and then your ship is like out here. Your airship, it's just chilling. Yep. So you guys are in here. I don't know where are your pieces at.
Yeah, this is a fugitive moment.
Ding.
Is there anyone still in the airship that we could call down? Or is it just sitting up there empty?
Well, somebody's got to be piloting it, right?
Maybe they can just pilot it over us.
Can an airship just idle?
Here's a
Like, can you just put it in park?
Sledge. Here's Bretta.
Dang, we still gotta order them, Jones.
So I'm going.
Jarl Axel.
I'm going to cast Charm Person at a 3rd level spell, which means I can attempt to charm a second person. So I'm going to attempt to charm Sledge and Bretta. Bretta Basquet. Wisdom saving throws for both of them.
Yeah.
15. It's the magical number.
Alright, blue is Bretta, and then this whatever is Sledge.
Oh.
Did you?
14 and 18.
So it's a 17 for Sledge, and then a 16 for Bretta.
Oh, they both pass.
They cannot be charmed.
Oh. Hot rolls, hot rolls.
Yeah, your charm effect doesn't seem to go over too well, and Yarlaxle just goes, "No magic here. Just pass the cards forward. Lay down your weapons."
I feel like acting like Chunk in the Goonies right now.
So let's say that we have the cart here in the middle of us. We had 2 carts. We want to kind of surround the carts until we decide what we're doing here.
So who's
Three
on the
cards. 3 of them.
What do we see on the ship?
The ship beyond these 3 looks empty for now. You don't see anyone else on it.
All right, so I'm going to posit to Yarlaxle. What makes you feel like you have the upper hand here?
His answer to this is that he kind of, he has this eye patch on his one eye. He kind of flips his eye patch up, mutters something, and then seconds later, the 4 of you notice that there is this strange shimmering purple outline around your bodies. And then Yarlaxle kind of turns behind him towards the ship and he whistles. And as he whistles, some 20 hooded men rise above the railing of the ship, armed with crossbows, and they all seem to take aim towards you. He says, "As you see, you are quite outnumbered, gentlemen."
What is this is this purple something I can flex and bust out of?
You don't feel anything. You just can see on your buddies next to you and on you. There's just this weird light that seems to kind of emanate from you.
And it was definitely created by his wink from his eye patch.
Yeah, you think he did some sort of spell towards you.
Is this a ledge here?
Yeah, it's like a steep drop off, right? So you think there's some.
But is it like an exposed ledge? Or is it a
yes.
supported ledge? You know what I'm saying? The difference
Oh,
between...
I see. Yeah, so I would say it's supported. The ceiling of the passage ends maybe like 5 feet before it. So where they're standing, there's actually no ceiling above them.
Okay. But it's not like hanging off over like the... Okay, cool.
No, it's flush with the walls on the
Okay.
sides. Now at this time, Lander Lackman, because about a year ago your character chose to engage in like some off-screen, maybe romance with Bretta Basquet.
Exactly.
You notice that Bretta Basquet throws you a wink.
That happened?
Yeah, that happened.
It's kind of like been ongoing here and there throughout. But she throws you a wink, and you can see that she tries to mouth something to you. Now, I need you to roll either a perception or an insight, whatever you think is better for you, to see if you can comprehend what it was that she mouthed to you.
Ooh.
Naked.
Like the day I was born. Roll out,
Why
anybody?
is that not letting me roll that? Your senses.
Oh shit, dude! I haven't seen Rolos in forever.
That's my new thing. Is just getting nostalgia candy from Wawa whenever we do this.
There's a place in Conshohocken, like right off of Elm Street, that sells like all that old school candy. Like you can get like BB bats. Like, I don't remember BB bat.
Bazooka Joe.
What's up?
You can
That's
yeah,
these,
absolutely
right?
get Bazooka
Perception.
Joe, but you can get all this kind of weird
No, those
candy
are
that was
like your
popular
passive
back in
things.
the
Oh,
50s,
those
60s, and 70s.
Really have
And
you
it's
skill.
Oh, dang.
yeah.
Click on them.
There it is.
I'm like a 90s candy guy. They definitely changed the formula for Sour Patch Kids, though. It's not.
Absolutely.
15.
They used to be good. Now they're kind of like they're tame.
I'm
15.
Yeah, Chris tipped me off to that. And then I had some at his house, and I was like,
What? Sour
Sour
Patch?
Patch Kids.
Yeah, they fucked him up. All right, Lander rolls a 15, which you understand what she says, and it sounds like she mouthed "play fair, teleporter." So it would seem that at least one of your hirings has not fully defected.
Oh, that's right. We have a teleporter.
that
freaking
gets us back
insight
onto
checked the
ship.
wrong one.
No, that gets us back into Pen 15 from the ship.
Yeah, but he has the ship.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
we give up the gold, we can get back to the ship just by going through Pen 15.
Yeah.
that might have just been some unconscious bias on my part, thinking that I could connect with the male defector, when in reality it was the female defector who was sneaky on our side, and maybe I should have gone to her first.
But didn't like
Little learning
I
tidbit there.
have the relationship here.
This is like that part in the game where like 20 hours ago you like picked those weird dialogue options and now it's paying off. That's what's happening here for Lander.
Yeah, I'm just acknowledging a little bit of unconscious bias that we can work on.
Maybe. Sure.
How are you gonna communicate?
So
that?
I'm looking at you guys. I think the jig's up here. We should probably cut our losses before we cut our lives.
Are you like making some kind of signal that I would get that you have a plan? Otherwise,
And then
I'm
gonna
about to do something absurd.
No, yeah, I know. And then I'm gonna say, plus the penthouse back at our place sounds awfully nice right about now. It's pretty lucrative.
If we can get to it on the
Pretty
ship.
lucrative. Just slow.
I'm
winks.
running the word lucrative through my mind like there's some hidden message in it.
And I just take an extra long wink. Lucrative.
What's lucrative backwards?
Evit of al.
Oh,
Maybe we could
Is that it?
break bread
I think
up
Lander's my
there.
father.
Huge revelation. You know what? I know I'm a black wood elf, but I'm pretty sure that human monk is my father.
Maybe we could break bread in our penthouse together and put it in some baskets.
Ooh.
about a gangbang?
Your Laxel.
I mean, like, do you want to finger cut this girl?
You know, like just sit down to a meal of ale and bread in the baskets. Wink, wink.
No, I want to address your Laxel.
Guys, I think we should give him the gold.
I don't understand. Are you starting some sort of bakery?
I'm just
Oh, is she still with us?
getting hungry.
Your Laxel?
No, the
Bread and basket?
The succubus.
Oh, succubus. Is she still with us?
Samantha. Yeah, she is behind you.
She's like, what's
Big mouth.
going on, you guys?
Yeah, so she's here.
I'll address your Laxel and ask him what his plans are to do with the gold. And who's the team? The Shadow team.
This is the Grey Company behind me. My plans with the gold are not your business, but
Grey Company.
I'm going to purchase something very valuable.
So this is very valuable. 60-40?
100-0.
Gosh darn it, this guy is
This guy doesn't know how to
good
negotiate.
at
He's not
negotiating.
good, okay?
He doesn't understand bartering.
I like you, your Laxel. I'll do 95.5. And I won't put up a fight.
I will let you keep the trolleys that the gold is in. You can melt them down and sell the scrap iron for money. Good.
I'm gonna pick up 5 pieces and just start throwing them at him. Like, here's your 5 coins, as hard as I can.
And with my sleight of hand, I want to try to snatch him out of the air. Each time you guys to throw him away.
I don't like your
roll for
accent. Roll for it.
I'm like, what are you doing? You can't just
guy's a
Damn,
punk.
I got an 8.
This guy's a punk.
So you kind of jump in front, and the coins just start kind of hitting you and falling to the ground.
Oh, so they don't even like go past into the water?
No, they all hit.
They hit me as I'm like, stop!
I raise my hands.
Waste
I
the
give
gold.
up. I give up. And I just take the cart and I push it as hard as I can right at your axle.
Nah, that's a good move.
Okay, make a strength check.
I can't wait till it's like rolls like 1 foot.
That's all you got. 2.
Exactly.
I think you know what happens.
4.
That is what happens.
Yeah. And I probably also like slip and fall down.
Like all this anger, it's just like.
Yeah, you move it about a couple inches and you just slide to the ground. Piper, stop.
I'm gonna say that's not how you do this, and then I'm gonna
Back
give
doors
it
open.
a huge kick in their direction.
Yeah, let me go shut that. Brody, stay here. I'll be right back. Good boy. Good boy. Oh wait, she's coming down.
Where's my strength? I always gotta. There it is.
Hey,
That's a 10.
vegan girl, you lay down. 10 will move it a few inches as well. And at this point, the airship gets right up against the side. And it looks like they've rigged some portion of the side of your ship as some sort of like drawbridge that will drop down. And a handful of these gray cloaked hooded figures move down off of the ship. And they move up and start grabbing these carts of gold and dragging them up onto the ship.
Careful, those are
Extremely heavy.
Yeah, they pass their strength checks. They have enough of them. They start wheeling all these things, and they get 1, 2, 3 on. And then you see Jarl Axel. He just says, "I appreciate the business, gentlemen. A job well done." And he walks onto your airship, followed then by Sledge Steel.
Hold on. How does he get onto the airship? Is it floating level with the ledge?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty close. As I said, they kind of like rigged something on your ship where like a portion of the side will kind of like flap down.
Okay.
So there's like this little, walkway to get onto the ship.
Are there any kind of like ropes with weights hanging? Like to keep it stationary?
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's like some sandbags or something hanging off the sides that kind of help keep it where it is for now.
Mm-hmm.
But he is the first one to exit, and then Sledge Steel kind of gives you a apologetic look, and he follows Jarl Axel down the walkway, as does Brett of Basket.
But I'm trying to decide if I want to try to crossbow Sledge Steel in the back.
Just attack the balloon.
We wouldn't have that easy of a destroyed airship. That'd be too.
I don't know. That just seems like a pretty easy to destroy part of a structure like that. You know what I mean? Because that's my first thought was I was going to cast inflict wounds on the balloon itself and say you can't bring the whole thing down and let it drop into the water. Just because I'm kind of bubbling right now.
Like I feel like Brett is a friend, but Steel isn't acting that way. And I don't think Jarl Axel's gonna care what happens to Sledge.
No.
So I'm gonna take a shot. I'm gonna try to shoot Sledge in the back of the head with my crossbow.
Okay.
I suspect
We can always retreat. into
Lander
the-
Lackman with the crossbow just outside the airship.
This sets like a tone.
Do I have like any
For
kind of
30 beats
advantage
done.
because he's facing away?
Yeah, I think you have advantage on the shot.
Alright, so.
You might get shot yourself.
I might.
Aiming a crossbow.
9.
A 9 will miss.
And then I'm going to say, and don't come
Yeah.
back!
You have advantage, so you can roll again.
True.
This is true.
You take the higher number.
12.
Is there any? Is that total?
Yeah.
You don't get a dex bonus on that?
Well,
They
it's
probably
that
rolled
does
it
that.
in the thing.
I guess in
I
the
think
app
that
it would
does it.
probably like
Plus
auto
3.
add
right.
everything.
Flipping all these screens. Yeah, that adds it.
The 12 will also miss, so your crossbow bolt goes whizzing by his head. And because you missed, your crossbow bolt is actually going to hit Bretta Basquette in the back.
Yes.
And you, this is just as this drawbridge is kind of closing, and you see the bolt hit her, and she kind of falls face down on the deck.
I'm going to hand it to Ram real quick. I'm going to... No, I've
That's
already
fine.
done it. I've shoved the crossbow
That's
into
fine.
your hands.
Just drop it.
Yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know how to use one of these things.
Check my
I've seen this before
check
in
my
my life.
sheet. I'm not proficient.
Crossbows.
Other than that, though, there's no reaction from any of the men on the ship. You just see that the ship begins to lift higher and higher and higher and begins to make its way away from the Waterdeep harbor. And if you all want to, you can all make perception checks.
Can I try to attempt to cast inflict wounds on this bubble? On this,
Sure.
on this thing before it floats away?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we can't let these guys float away in a ship that has a teleporter to Pen 15, or else there's a constant channel between the two of us. Unless we want to use it maybe
Anyone
later
has
on
the
as a
ability
way to get
use
in.
our teleporter? We've never really established that level of detail.
We
so
never really did.
I'm just kind of putting that out there. Is that what we're operating as?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that Bretta and Sledge would know of its existence for sure. We never really specified, is there extreme levels of security on how the
Spicy.
teleporter works, who can go through it, who can't go through it. I think the best answer I can give is you guys really aren't sure. You've never seen Sledge or Bretta use it, but that doesn't mean they don't know how to.
Okay, so it's not a thing that patrons on a regular basis use.
I don't think that patrons ever used it. I think that the teleporter in my head was only for Dirty Deeds Done staff,
Okay,
especially you four,
right.
being kind of the top of that food chain in Waterdeep. But it's possible, you know. Greta was a rogue. She's kind of sneaky and perceptive. Maybe Lander did some pillow talk one night. We don't know.
What?
Sledge,
Teleporter.
I feel like Sledge would be the least likely to know how to use it, and maybe
Right.
he doesn't even know it's there. But I think Bretta may have an inkling. The teleporter, so when you guys, we did like a franchise level up, and you guys converted the boat into an airship. There was like a casino, I think, right? Like
That was smart.
Right.
it would land, and you guys would let like patrons on the ship. It would go up around the town.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other thing that you guys paid for was to establish a teleport link from one of the upper rooms of Dirty Deeds or Pen 15 had a teleporter that would put you onto the airship at will. So whenever you guys needed to get on the ship, you could, and if you wanted a quick off of the ship, you could just use that.
That's how we threw VIP parties on the deck. You had to enter from the top suite.
I am not going to cast inflict wounds. I'm just going to watch it float away.
Yeah, so you guys can do those perception rolls if you want to do that.
1.
Solid. It's a good one.
$10 plus 0.
22.
22 will work. So, Lander, you can see as this airship heads off, the closer and closer it gets to like almost the horizon, it gets way out on the ocean west of Waterdeep. You can see that on that horizon, it looks as though there are 3 normal ships just sitting on the water, and you think that the airship may be heading for them or near them. and one of these ships looks massive. Like the D&D equivalent of like an aircraft carrier. I mean, this thing is a big ship.
Like our airship could land on its launch pad.
Right. Yeah, like you think this thing could comfortably land your airship on it.
For scale.
That's exactly what Lander sees.
Or
That one's definitely bigger.
Burger.
is that the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria?
I think it has
And look
to
how
now,
buoyant
right?
they are. They all sit on top of the water.
It's all about how you seal the wood.
That's
You know,
right.
it keeps it really buoyant.
In the bottom while I'm drinking sangria. Nachos and lemon heads on my dad's boat.
Yeah, so I guess the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Santa Maria is the big ass boat.
Mhm.
That's what they're called moving forward.
Mhm.
So what would you guys like to do? You have Samantha. She's watched all of this unfold. And the only thing she says is like, honestly, Copper Milkbone, why would you even throw the gold like that?
Just toss her over the edge, please. Just toss her over the edge.
Frustration. I've been listening to your voice all afternoon.
She's like, no, don't kill me. I'm a succubus. My job is to sleep with men while they're asleep. I can get you information.
I like that. We could have used your help. Like, that guy, that is your
5
target.
minutes ago.
We're going to print you up. We're going to
Well,
make
that's
you the
nice.
prettiest succubus on the planet. We're going to get you with that guy. And then
You
you're
want
going
me
to kill him.
to sleep with that dark elf fella?
And then you're going to kill him. We're going to put teeth.
No. No.
No! In the
Talking about
pillow.
my vagina.
Oh.
So you saw that movie too.
I've heard of it.
I was thinking more like, you know. All right. So we have two choices right now. We can either go back and rethink everything at 10:15, try to sneak on via the teleporter, or we chase from here. But what was Bretta Basquet's last word to us before you shot her in the back?
Teleporter. Played safe or something like that.
Play it safe, teleporter.
Right.
We
Play it
have
safe
no
as in-
information on where these 3 big ships
So
are going.
I'll share that information more openly. She said, "Play it safe, teleporter."
It's safe.
So I'm thinking she didn't want us to die.
I think it was a, don't forget you idiots, you can teleport onto the pirate ship.
Oh, that's what she meant.
So just turn
That's
the
what my
gold
character
over
said.
and come back later.
Yeah. So do we go back, and recruit, come back in force,
We need to do something.
Or we move on.
We need to,
or like we just say, like, you know what, like
Mission
screw it, dude,
makes
let's
us
go
more.
bowling.
Honestly, I'm
That didn't
kind
work
of over it. It's D&D. You guys can literally do whatever you want to do.
a real test of the DM.
Yeah.
Seems like we should get on this ship, but
Let's just party.
I've been
run
meaning
a
to
sale
raise
at
some
10:15,
cattle
yeah.
on a ranch.
Yeah. Maybe a bagel shop. Like, should we open a bagel
Should
shop?
we just give up the adventure stuff?
And
Just hang up our hats.
yeah, and,
Let's
and focus on the adventure stuff keeps getting us into trouble.
I'm being serious. You guys can literally do whatever you want.
Let's just
tonight.
go.
Yeah, it doesn't get us in trouble.
This whole situation unfolds, and like I just suffer this wave of depression, and I'm like, why do I put myself through this? Like,
Why do I keep doing this to myself?
and I think about maybe just becoming like an adventure consultant, right? Where
Yeah.
I'll go to other crews and just kind of give them share little tidbits of wisdom, but
Yeah.
not
Sure,
really adventure
you could
out.
dive into that dungeon, or you could just go to the bar.
Yeah.
Maybe steal some money from a guy.
Tax collector.
Yeah.
You know, don't use chainmail as a heavy thing
Sports
to set
bra.
a switch. It leaves you without armor.
Being the premier adventuring company in Waterdeep, there is always a ledger of adventures for you guys to choose from.
And other adventurers looking for my advice for a premium fee. I can make this 500,000 gold in 30 or so years.
I want to go back to our. Look, this all sounds really well and good, but this guy just kind of made a fool of us. I feel bad.
Yeah, our name is at stake.
I want to just like. I don't care if we get the gold back.
I don't either.
I just want to kill that guy.
Yeah, our name is at stake here.
To the point where like I would say
I'm gonna consult if everybody laughs at
teleport
us.
over and like freaking just destroy the ship and quickly teleport back.
I'll snap out of my vision of consulting and living a upper middle class existence in Waterdeep with a nice 2-bed, 2-bath apartment by
Can I fast travel back to Pen 15?
Yeah, we don't have to go through like, well, what street are you guys gonna take? You just tell me what you guys want to do. If you want to go back to Pen 15, we're back.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
Pen
fast
15.
travel back to Pen 15. We're either gonna get revenge.
Yeah, I think we all
Or
go
die.
back and we all go back and we rest. But like some of us rest in our own way. Like I think Swell is sitting there on the bed. Swell is sitting on the bed, kind of going. I just want to open up like a little delicatessen. That's what I want to do.
B&B.
Listen, we're all
Tell you not to
we
disturb me when I'm cleaning my
all
room.
have our own definition of that word.
Alright, DM. So rest montage. So snap to each of our rooms. We'll tell you what we're doing.
How are you resting?
So I'm thinking. I'm just mulling it over. I'm like, where are those ships going? How can I find out where
Are you
those
in
ships
your
are going?
armor? Or are you like on
Yeah,
a
I'm just
bed,
sitting.
sort of?
I'm sitting on my twin
pajamas?
mattress in a full chainmail set, and I'm just head against the wall. Just
Where'd I go
beating my
wrong?
brain like I can't believe I.
I'm just beating off the
Eating off things.
Is my wiener
My
really this
chainmail.
small, or do I have really big chainmail?
And so I'm contemplating going out for like a nightcap at the tavern to see if I can dig up some info on the Nina the Pinta and the Santa Maria.
Let's make my dick look huge. So you're out schmoozing.
I'm trying. I want to know. I want to get some background story on the 3 largest ships in the water.
And if you will, what kind of bar are you looking for tonight?
Are
you trying to relapse?
What do
right
I
now?
know about Yarlaxle? Like,
What do you
do
know
I know
about
where
him?
he would like hang or like people he would be associated with?
He's kind of got a badass name.
He's
Do,
he's a Waterdeep guy, right?
Do like a history check. You'll get some info either way, but we'll see how deep.
10.
You know that he's not from Waterdeep. He is not a Waterdeep native.
big
You
and dark
know that he owns the Grey Company, who have been sort of a rival to Dirty Deeds Done. In a previous timeline, they were responsible for blowing up your nightclub. Right, but we kind of reversed that with time travel.
Should have been a consultant to them instead of a rival.
What else do you know? You know that he's a dark elf, so it's weird that he is out gallivanting on the surface where the sunlight bothers his skin. And that's about it.
Is there like a dark elf gathering? Is there a preferred tavern for dark elves in the city?
If you go to the dock ward, where all the harbor workers, those are like where the seediest bars are in town. You know that Yarlaxle, he's pretty plugged into the criminal underbelly of Waterdeep.
Rewind time. I told them about the ships that we saw.
Didn't we all see the ships?
No, only I could. Because my perception roll.
Yeah, well, in my rest montage, I was thinking about the ships, so...
Yeah. Because we should probably go check out the ships.
I think...
In my rest montage, I'm laying flat on the ground trying to do penis push-ups. But it's, like, nothing's really lifting.
Should
I'm
have
just
gotten that
like,
hole in my forefoot.
you can see, like, you can just see that I'm trying, I'm like flexing all my muscles. I'm completely naked, just laying on the wooden floor.
And for a second, you kind of went up, but you're unsure if it was like your body or your actual.
Like, what was it?
You're just laying
But
on.
this is like my life's pursuit, trying to get that to happen.
Okay, we can work that into the narrative at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Ram Fisterson. First of all, Ram Fisterson, who is your warlock patron? Do we know? Are you doing the Raven Queen still, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I can keep that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do I have a raven again?
Wait, it just showed up?
Anything
Yeah,
you
I called
have
it
with
back.
your Raven stuff. During his rest montage, you made up with the Raven Queen in some weird tantric sex dream.
Oh, is he doing a crow call?
Nice.
That's just the creepiest rest montage of all time.
Copper Milkbone, how's your rest going?
I'm just kind of pacing. Like first I rested. I'm a wood elf, so like I only 4 hours. So I
Rested
rested,
real
and I
quick.
got up and I started pacing a little bit back and forth, and like I'm thinking to myself, like, what did I do?
He's going crazy.
Why did I do it? Why did I do it? And like, yeah, I'm just kind of freaking out, and like, but at the same time, like, we gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about this. It's time to teleport. It's time to teleport.
It's tearing you up.
We need a plan before we teleport.
And the more time that goes by in my room, there's just like a divot forming in a wooden plank underneath.
There's just a
He's
spot.
got
There's just
splinters
like-
you're pulling out every like
There's just
30
like
minutes.
a rub raw divot.
40 years from now, Lander's gonna like come back for like alumni night. He's gonna go up to that room and just look at the divot and go,
One single tear.
"It's a good one."
No, it's gonna be a hole in the floorboard at that point.
It's just the whole plank is just rotted away. What's the plan, gentlemen?
Yeah, so
I offer up as a tentative option to.
well, I'm gonna go into the living room or the penthouse and ring a bell to get everybody together.
Did you want to do your bar outing?
I was gonna offer it up as an option to the group before I left. As you know, maybe before we teleport onto this ship that we know nothing about, we go schmooze with the locals and see if we can get some intel. I don't think we're in any hurry because they're gonna park the aircraft on the aircraft carrier. We're gonna teleport to the aircraft. We need to know what we're walking into. We should ask
Fire.
the Dark Elves down by the dock.
I'm just gonna keep. I think we should do fire.
Blow the ship up.
Yeah,
Fire.
whatever ship
set
we get
bombs
on,
and then get out.
ships and fire don't match.
If we wanted to sink all the gold to the bottom of the ocean, that would work.
Yes,
Yeah.
And we weren't worried about the gold anymore.
fire.
Why are we getting on the ship?
To kill who you are out.
Revenge.
You're relaxed.
Our name is more important than any amount of gold.
I don't know.
Have you seen my push-ups?
I think that's just our hubris talking.
Your bar night, do you want it to be a check or a whole thing?
If I'm going solo, we should fast track it.
Check it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do a charisma check.
That's a freaking 13.
All right.
Plus.
One.
Uno? So
One.
14. All right. So two things. First of all, this night results in one of the worst benders you've ever been on. Full relapse on the skooma. It's bad.
That's how I fit in, though. That's how I play the game.
And he got herpes.
I'm like Matthew McConaughey, True Detective, season 1.
No, if he rolled like a 5 or below, it was gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But for now,
You're dead. Make a new character.
that's right. You
You-
That's
you
a
OD'd
one.
on school.
One is death. So yeah, full on bender relapse. You're in a bad way. But you did a lot of schmoozing at a dirty ass tavern in the dock ward of Waterdeep.
Wait, you don't remember anything.
You learned that Yarlaxle
You blacked out.
himself,
We have to get him drunk again. to
Yeah.
remember.
separate from the Great Company, Yarlaxle does own a fleet of 3 ships: the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. The Santa Maria is humongous. Humongous big. He's from a city called Luskin, which is across the water on some smaller island.
Kind of in the direction the ships were going.
Yeah, I mean, they were docked. They were just kind of like anchored
That's right.
out on the horizon.
The penis.
I don't know.
Oh, this one's Andy.
Yeah, the tiny one.
The other thing is, it is also rumored, now because of your role, you don't get too much detail, but the hot rumor was when you started bringing up Yarlaxle, a bunch of like drunk tavern guys, they're all hanging out there talking. One of them has heard a rumor that on the Santa Maria, this big ass ship, Yarlaxle is keeping some sort of beast or thing prisoner there, possibly for ransom.
Prisoner.
The only thing that Papa Jupiter knew, Papa Jupiter that you talked to, was that it was worth a pretty penny. Yeah.
The beast is worth a pretty penny?
There's a thing that he is holding captive on the Santa Maria.
500,000 gold plus beast dollars. We retire.
Beast bucks.
This is very Fast and Furious. Do I get the vibe that he's a well-liked in dark elf circles, or he's kind of a prick?
The only thing I'll say is he's very well respected in the criminal underbelly, kind of like underdog-ish,
Or
sympathizing.
do they like him?
A lot
Or
of
is he
people
kind of
have
like a
never-
mob boss?
Closer to mob boss, but a lot of people have never actually met him. He's more of like this myth and this legendary kind of figure.
Where are the myths?
Alright, I'll stumble home. And then I'll tell these guys everything I know before I pass out.
And then I'm
It's all
gonna
slurred and mumbled.
I'm gonna draw a dig on this forehead.
Oh
The
yeah.
other thing is, at
Well,
some
mushrooms.
point,
Mushrooms
I
happen.
don't know when this happened, but at some point I had in my notes, it says that you
carry
inherited
his
a flaw or like a madness. Might have been when you were down with the Roid Flare, but your madness of I really enjoy murder has fully resurfaced because of your relapse. So for tonight's session, role playing, you fucking love murder.
I remember that. I killed an innocent man one time.
So for whatever it's worth, that's there.
I chopped his head off, remember?
No.
So I'm gonna say to the guys,
It
might as
was a
well
big
check
time
out the
strength
ships.
move.
There's 3 ships, and they're important.
I saw 3 ships come sailing by.
Question is, do we try the teleporter, which could be a trap, or do we sneak ourselves on?
Am I passed out, or
We're
who?
gonna row a
Hey,
boat over there.
Who's left at pen 15 that maybe we could send in the
All kinds
teleporter
of
real quick
options.
as a test go?
You have a raven.
receptionist?
You can send a raven to go check
Yeah, I do have
the
a raven.
situation out.
I'll jump through.
I
Or
can tell you,
we
you have
lock and load.
Fat Spat
Wait, where
Skip.
is Pen 15 to?
In Rome.
Because yeah, this was outside of the tunnel or the bank, right?
Yeah, so if we're looking top down,
Mm-hmm.
Waterdeep is on the Sword Coast. You're right on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest city. To the west is a humongous ocean.
It's like humongous
These
city.
ships were outside of the harbor, so they're way out, pretty far on that ocean. Kind of just sitting stationary.
Prisoner, locked up
Just change
for
my phone
ransom.
number.
We buy a young kraken. We train it to take down these ships. And when it gets big enough, in 30, 40 years, we execute plan.
This, we're gonna
That's
put that.
fine.
We
but
need
we're
to
gonna
keep
fast
this.
travel 40 years, and you're all gonna be older.
We need to put that idea on the back burner.
Yeah.
So you have your secretarian is
We'll talk
Madame
about
Guile, who's a deep known woman. You have Fast
This is
Basket, who is your
15.
MC. And
The
you
owl
have-
lady.
You have Ms. Owlbear, who is your front desk worker, and you have Samantha the succubus with my huge
Why do I have this
titties.
feeling that, like, Miss Owlbear constantly eats her quills?
Pen 15 is
Yeah.
somewhere. Ledge somewhere. So yeah, we could send the Raven. We could send the Raven over to check it out, or we could hire not a ferry, but like a.
Oh my god, the quality is terrible. I'm pretty sure Waterdeep's like this one or something.
Okay.
So you're here, they're out, this is the ocean beyond whatever the Forgotten Realms.
This is what D&D looked like back in the 80s.
Yeah.
What's the D&D world called?
Well, this one's called a
So
favorite.
they're out.
Faerun. There is a map, but it's like the
Stop in the ocean.
oh maybe that one would be better.
Yeah, I downloaded one that was like 14 megabytes.
Here you go, Waterdeep.
Jeez, I gotta keep this going. So messed up. No respect for my art.
Where's
These 3
Swelle?
dots take a long time.
In what direction did we see these ships going in?
They're stationary.
There are those black dots that he drew. They were just sitting
Go
out.
into the whale bones.
You know, you're not sure where they're heading.
Alright. Am I still passed out?
No, you can be awake.
Can we be clever about this? Like, do you have any spells? Is there a spell that you can cast it, like, just... You could summon something that has, like, a tremendous amount of weight that might, like, sink a boat.
Or does anyone have
Invisibility?
talk with animals or whatever?
There's a
Maybe we
beast
can
on
talk
it.
with like a
The beast.
kraken or a...
Yeah.
No, there's a beast on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Someone
Anyone, like, friendly with animals?
Someone
Like,
can be
has-
invisible and go through the teleporter and tell us what they see.
Should I do a animal handling training montage where we kind of go through clips of me trying to harness different animals until I get like a +3?
It starts with the cow in the backyard, and it just escalates from there.
All right, so speaking on that, there's one way I'm going to handle it. If you guys, there is a thing in D&D. It's in the handbook. It's called player downtime. I haven't really read it, but I'm pretty sure you can spend periods of time.
I haven't really read it, but I'm just gonna spitball.
You can like spend periods of time, like months, training in a skill. So for tonight, what I'll say is, if you guys want to spend a month training something, you can increase your modifier of 1 skill by 1 point if you guys would want to do that.
Who knows if these boats are still going to be there in a month?
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly
Well,
what I was
exactly. A month later, you know,
thinking. I could get super religious.
she'll be a little bit different. But any skill, if it's like acrobatics, you can add 1 more to that. But it's going to require a month.
I could study
I don't think we
history.
do a month.
The gold will be gone. He will
Yeah.
have bought his item.
Yeah, he's not gonna wait a month. Can I send my raven out there at nighttime?
You could send him through the teleporter. Even. That's
Little,
what I'm saying. If someone could go invisible, we'd go through the
Yeah,
teleporter.
but how does he get back? The raven or she?
Maybe a
Decide what
history
section he's
check or an investigation check. I don't think that. I think they're the same for me. It'd be a 10. And I'm trying to... No, investigation's +3. Take a 13. I'm trying to think if I know of any famous animal handlers in Waterdeep.
at. We're not waiting a month.
No, that may be interested in a small fee for their services.
What'd you roll?
13.
30.
Like I'm investigating the yellow pages for Waterdeep, and I'm like, animal handlers, beast masters,
So the
circus freaks.
The only thing with your role, you're scanning through these yellow pages, you find a person named Jacques Lebals,
Jacques Balls.
who
I love that.
Jacques Lebals is called the Cock Whisperer, and he is one of the most skilled animal handlers when it pertains to chickens.
What do you guys think the odds are this beast on the ship is a chicken?
0.1%.
It's a mythic chicken.
What if this beast is a basilisk and they can be petrified or like killed by chickens?
What is that from?
From Harry Potter, but I think it might actually.
Harry
come from
Potter stabbed it with the sword of Gryffindor.
No, but if
They
you remember
don't
in the
like
book,
chicken.
they killed all the roosters because the crow of a rooster can kill a basilisk.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How?
What's the yard you have up there?
I don't know.
What's the yard?
How is a basilisk possible?
I don't know.
What yards do you have out there?
Yards.
Don't you have
Oh,
yards?
it's the Washington Porter.
Oh, let me give it a shot.
I
Right tap. Right tap.
will not approach Jacques Lebals. I don't think he has the juju we're looking for.
Maybe he knows someone though. That's not chicken.
We don't have infinite time.
He has as much time as you want. It's D&D.
Should we go recruit Jacques Lebals?
Let's do it.
No. Let's just send the
I
raven
like,
out there
I
and
like
see.
the idea of him adding him to our team.
Ooh, that's the fidelity I want. Let me match these dots up, baby. I think that's
Um,
Pretty yummy.
how Can I pop over to Jacques LaBalle's office?
While he does it, I'm sending my raven out towards the ships. See what I see. So I can see through his eyes.
Okay.
See what I see going on, you know?
So you go out to like
Who's
the
moving?
harbor at night, whatever, solo with you got your raven. You send him out. He starts flying. The ships haven't made it too far beyond the coast. So your raven king. I don't know like the range on the raven. It might just be unlimited.
Yeah, I don't know.
So flying overhead, you can see the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Santa Maria is humongous. Your airship is in fact docked on top of the Santa Maria.
Wait, you just flew out, or you flew through the teleporter?
The raven.
He's like out like at night, like a noir movie,
Like
with
flying over the
standing
water.
on the harbor and his raven.
Just a raven. I'm down.
To scout. You can see that on the decks of these ships, there's quite a
I'm
good
already.
amount of people on all three, and they seem to be moving north. So they're actually heading up the coast.
It's a Swelle mountain. Somehow they've ended up
Two
on
sword
land.
mountains.
Yeah, what the
They've
hell?
turned into a train, and now they're.
Near dead them.
Wait, you see hooded people going up the coast
Yes.
with
Our ship.
just our airship?
All three ships are going up there, yeah. But
Oh.
our ship is docked on the Santa Maria.
So I'm gonna say that
But they're still on the ships. You don't see them like walking on a trail.
No, what he's seeing is his raven is out on above the ocean watching this fleet of three ships. The largest one, which has your airship sitting on its main whatever. What is the hull?
Deck.
The deck.
The deck.
Swab the deck.
Swab the deck.
Seaman.
Yeah, so this one ship, the Santa Maria, is large enough to hold your airship on it, and they're heading up the coast. And as I said, you can see that each of the ships has a good amount of people on the deck working, manning the ship.
I don't see Jarlaxle or Cascade or Sword or Swell or Sledge.
That guy's dead, right?
You
We don't know.
She just has an arrow in the back. Okay.
Now, are you able to relay this to us live as you're seeing it through the Raven's eyes?
No, because you're like a ward, right?
Now you can see what the Raven sees.
Yeah, he's like solo at the like the Waterdeep harbor, and he's just kind of like standing there, like
Okay, so
Like
you're
trans.
solo. So we don't know any of this is happening.
You're like Bran.
So I'm still working on my push-ups right now.
I just was doing that because he's going after Jacques LaBalle's or whatever.
Yeah, I did want to pop by shop.
Chocolate balls. When we were in the sewer tunnel, and
Yeah.
Zarlaxle, Jarlaxle,
Sweet, sweet love.
summoned his gray company
The
to
ritual
stand up.
shoot.
I got a pretty good look at some of these guys, right? I'm assuming they all kind of have like a similar kind of look and feel, like almost like a uniform, right?
Are they dark?
Yeah.
Were they dark elves?
They were all wearing like this
White
hooded
hooded
kind of
cloaks.
like leather armor, faces shrouded.
Kind of like Death
Okay.
Eaters.
Clean, basically.
It's hard to tell one of them is Lucius Malfoy.
I got my plan.
Alright.
Well, I guess I can say that you're back. You're sleeping in. You're back in the bar.
No, I'm going to Jacques LaBalle's office.
Okay.
We're still
I bring the Raven back.
I'm gonna go with you
back
to
towards
Jacques LaBalle's.
10:15 or wherever we're going.
We're going to Jacques LaBalle's.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell us what's happened?
Yeah. I
Well, it's either
call
that or
Raven
sit at
back,
home and watch him do his
and I want
push-ups.
to go towards them.
I feel like the ship has
We have to
sailed.
make a decision because the
As
ship
it
is
were.
going north.
Yeah.
Guys.
It's Jacques LaBalle's, then it's the teleporter.
Because I'm trying to think where we are now compared to when the gold was taken. It's probably like a day and a half ish.
This ship
A
has
day.
sailed.
Maybe
Yeah, a day and a half.
Just move
What
on.
does it matter?
We can
we
teleport
teleport to
wherever, I
wherever
guess,
our
yeah.
ship is. It could be 1,000 miles up the coast. We're still going to teleport
We
to
think.
that ship.
I don't know what this, how far this teleporter
So,
range has.
I'm going to call Ram over to the teleporter. Now, can you describe the teleporter for me a little bit?
And who installed this teleporter?
When was it last serviced?
Well, it's kind of up to you guys. What did you want it to look like? Is it just does it look like a door?
What, like
Pen 15?
beanie up
Is
Scott,
it like
you
a
know?
Lion the Witch in the wardrobe type thing?
That's what I'm trying to
Is
understand.
it a shimmering portal?
I
It's
was
kind of
thinking
whatever you guys would like. It
more
to be.
like pentagram on the ground, blue light.
It could be it could be a ring on the ground.
But hidden, like behind like a secret wall.
Yeah.
On the airship.
It's just a giant toilet that we flush.
Oh, you're asking
Ooh.
on the airship.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
you.
I was thinking, up in the penthouse, you would walk in. There's a ring on the ground, a soft blue glow.
That is a good question, though. Is what does it look like on the airship?
But I don't think it glows until it's being activated. That's when it heats up.
Yeah.
Well, what activates it?
The arrival of someone.
The arrival of
Us.
Oh, I mean, what activates it on the near side, Pen 15?
Oh, that's like disco.
Just like walking in.
I think. I mean, like that you walk. We have a special room for that, where it's kind of like it's like you. The idea was you invite like the cool people in,
Yeah.
take them up to the deck, so it needs to look exciting,
So I'm gonna
cool. But up
I'm
there,
gonna-
it's very subtle.
bring Ram over. Got my arm around him. I want to point at the center of the portal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shove him in.
No. I prevent that from happening.
Which already happened.
No, I stopped it. I rolled a d20 and I got 20.
So I'm not sure that that's accurate.
I'll go in it, but I just want to wait for everyone.
I think y'all can roll to figure this out.
But we can roll. Whoever has the higher strength is the one
I'll go
that,
first.
First for what?
I'm gonna go first to the teleporter.
I thought you were Jacques LeBalls.
Oh, that's right. I am with Jacques.
I was
We're
going to
back.
wait until you guys got back
Yeah.
so we don't split the party up. Because you
I
guys
got-
don't know
I
that
got
we're
a
there.
crit, 22.
I mean, you can roll a contesting strength.
Oh, I did. I got 5.
All right, but you have gone through.
No, I'm with Jacques. We're going to Jacques LeBalls.
Yeah, we
I forgot.
split the
thought-
party up now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
We split the party.
What do you guys?
So I was
want
gonna
to
wait until I
accomplish?
got
Well, he was
pushed.
doing that last when we left. He was doing push-ups. He was doing Raven stuff on the wharf. So I
So he
figured.
came back and told me what he
I
saw.
thought you just said I'm going through the teleporter.
Well, yeah, I
forgot he
thought
was
we were.
at
Yeah, I
Jacques
forgot I
LeBalls.
was back. Look, this whole thing with Yarlaxle has got me frazzled.
So he told me what he saw. I pushed him through, and then I walked in after him.
Listen,
I'm not gonna let him go by himself.
I'm pretty clear-minded. I just need to stop by Jacques
I knew he would
LeBalls.
object.
I need to ask him a couple questions. Then I'll be back at the office.
All right, why don't you start asking your questions then?
And
Yeah, let's resolve Jocko Balls. So you roll up to this shabby little brownstone jaunt in Waterdeep. There's a sign on the front that says Jacques LeBalls, Cock Whisperer. And you walk in with your matte black armor.
this is the
You
place.
have Copper Milkbone with you. You go in.
You
Small little
LeBalls?
entryway. Smells of like a farm on the inside. And you see a human male sitting behind a desk. He's got a long, swirly mustache, and little glasses that sit on the end of your nose. He's got a long nose. And you walk in, and he kind of just peers up from his desk, and he goes, "Welcome to Jacques LeBlanc. You want to learn Cock Whisper?"
I look at you and I pat you on the back and like, this is your show, guy.
You are small like chicken, but can you chase chicken? We find out, yes.
So I'll let that just go, and I'll approach him and say, Jacques, you were the output of a pretty in-depth investigation of mine to identify the top Beastmaster in Waterdeep.
No. I am not Jacques Lebal. Jacques Lebal is downstairs. It's a cock whisperer. I am Peter.
I swear, Peter, you just told me you were Jacques the Balls.
So welcome to Jacques Lebal.
Is there a way to summon Jacques the Balls?
Pay me 20 gold pieces.
I'm just gonna holler, Jacques.
Go ahead.
Jacques!
Mr. LeBalls!
Jacques LeBall cannot climb the stairs on his own, nor can he speak the common tongue. Pay me 20 and you can go down the stairs.
But he won't be able to understand you anyways.
It's true.
He doesn't speak your language.
What does he speak? What does Jacques LeBall speak?
Peter, what do you do here?
Yeah.
What exactly would you say?
What would you say you do?
Well, I deal with the goddamn customers.
Well, then deal with us.
Peter, have you learned any tricks of the trade? How are
You're a cock
you
whisperer.
with animal handling?
I own
Oh,
Jacques
I got
LeBall. He's mine, but he is the cock whisperer. 20 gold pieces.
Is this you guys?
We're talking about chickens, right?
Is there? You guys together?
You guys a thing? I mean, it's cool. I don't care.
Are you here too?
Are you the
He's not there.
No, I'm not there.
I don't know why he's talking.
are you the chicken?
Does he whisper to you?
I've had Jacques since he was a mere
What is this place?
Wait, so Jacques LeBalls is a chicken?
Jacques LeBalls is a sage.
What?
What is going on here?
Yo,
Alright, you know what? I'm so curious. 20 gold pieces. Boom.
Deducted.
I think I gotta take that up on my thing.
you just handed over 20 gold pieces just so we can talk to Jocko Balls?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I've invested a lot in this.
Peter will
walk
get
right
up
here.
and he will move to the entryway of a door that seems to go down to a basement. He removes the little velvet rope. He says, "After you, sir, Jacques LeBalls is waiting."
Jesus. I'll proceed.
Okay, down these stairs you go into a basement that's probably the size of this one that we're in. There is hay all over the floor. And in the center of this room is what you would call a chicken, only there seems to be something horribly wrong with the chicken in that it has an insanely large, swollen, and not anatomically correct ball sack.
Chickens are,
Into some weird stuff, dude.
chickens are female.
Yeah.
Not
Is
the
it
cocks.
a rooster?
The cocks aren't.
The ball sack is weirdly human-esque.
Jacques?
Yeah, speaking chicken.
You hear a voice of the mind. Jacques LeBall says, "Welcome. Are you here to learn the ways of cock whisper?"
I unfortunately do not have the time to learn cock whisper. I would like to hire you for a large sum to whisper to something much larger than cock.
What kind of beast are we talking about?
It's very unclear. I learned about it at a tavern when I was relapsing on skooma. But it's expensive and it's large.
And we think it's the same shape as a cock.
Jacques LeBall says, "I'll be honest with you both. The guy upstairs is fucking weird. Get me out of here."
Peter, your owner?
Yeah, he's fucking weird.
You guys aren't together then.
Do you see my talons? They're painted sequins gold. Get me out of here.
What are you, Jacques?
I'm a chicken with huge fucking balls.
You know what? I just want to take this thing with us.
Big I feel
zero
like you played
confidence.
your hand, Jacques. I'll get you out of here if you help us for a smaller fee than I was ready to pay.
I'll do what I can.
Jacques, let's go.
Do you hold the chicken? Can you like kind of fly with it?
Let's
hide 'em.
So
Let's
his,
hide them in your crotch and
No,
say that
I'm-
you pecked your balls and they swelled up.
My entire character is probably the size of this man's
All right,
testicles.
you're hopping in my crotch. And that's my thing. I'm gonna say to Peter, your chicken just pecked me in the balls. I want my 20 gold back, and I'm leaving.
You want to hold it like Fortnite? And
I'm not even talking
That's
to
what I
you.
mean.
We should take Jacques.
Cool. You guys should
So
just
he's
fly
like,
out
you
with
know,
it.
I guess a normal chicken, his sack is about a basketball.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Okay, forget that. You know what? I like it. Let's just walk out of here confident and strong, and if Peter says objects, we just freaking knock him out.
Just run.
Okay.
I'll leave that to you.
I walk upstairs and I say, Peter,
What do you want?
we hired Jacques for the night. See ya.
Wait, are you trying to steal my chicken?
No, we hired him. Bye.
Thanks. Just keep walking.
And then I just walk
Keep
out.
walking.
Now he gets up from his desk and stands in front of you. He goes, "You will not take my chicken." Roll initiative.
Just flick his
She just
sack.
kung fu stands.
I was gonna try to
Crap.
take a swing at him before I had to roll it.
Kung fu
is my
stance
initiative?
all over you.
2, 6.
I got a natural 20.
I got a 12 plus 1.
Does the chicken get a roll?
Ooh, chocolate balls.
Chocolate balls.
Chocolate balls
with the
gets
2. Isn't that
a 2.
slow?
That's what I would expect a chicken with basketball size.
That's right.
nuts to roll.
Now this is
That's why I couldn't run
He
away.
just needs to release.
Peter will attempt to make.
He was always
a,
the last to enter
an
the hand.
unarmed strike on Swell.
14.
His scrotum kept getting caught on the steps on the way up.
With a -5, he rolls a 9.
Yeah, so what's gonna happen here is you're gonna miss.
Wait. Do you have your chainmail back?
Yeah, I'm wearing my matte black chainmail.
So when you went back to Pen 15, you got some more chainmail out of the closet?
Yeah, it was part of my resting montage. Remember? And I was thinking
No,
about.
I don't remember.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
because I was thinking about consulting, and when I was thinking about consulting, one of the tips I was going to provide to other agencies was like, hey, never remove your chainmail when a fight is imminent. So I put mine on.
Yeah.
No, but
Either
trust
way-
the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Either way, he misses, and I'm going to repost day.
Sure.
So I'm gonna use a reaction to make a melee weapon attack against you,
Sure.
and add the superiority die to the hit.
We're fighting over a chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm literally, Peter, about to bring a longsword on you, bro. So, I'm going to roll the hit.
13.
Plus 6.
That hits.
19.
So, 1d8, 6 plus 1d8, 5
That's an 8.
plus 3 is 14.
That's an 8.
You repost on. You don't repost.
It was 6 plus 8.
6 plus 8 plus 3, that's 17.
Okay, you repost. You stab him in the belly. He falls to the ground. He goes, "Oh, Jesus, oh God!" And he gets up and he just starts stumbling out of his shop, his building, and he runs out into the streets and is seemingly gone.
Take the deed. Must own
To
it.
the building?
Yeah.
I'll take the deed. Is the deed just on the wall?
Roll a d20. Roll a d20.
With a deed 20.
You are now going to be Master Cock Whisperer.
11. That's good enough.
It's over a 10.
I'll allow it.
I think you technically, maybe kind of illegally, maybe now own a brownstone in Waterdeep.
Alright.
Maybe too
Productive
bad.
visit.
Too bad. Rent that out.
We got a chicken with gigantic scrotum, and we got a freaking building.
Hey Jacques,
Count
what do
as
you
a
think
win.
about this place as the future location of... What was my gym called?
Swells.
Swell's
balls and bagels.
Swell peen.
Swell balls and bagels.
Peen, because you were talking with Peeny, right?
Swell peen? Peen swell?
Penis
Penis
swell.
swell.
Penis.
Penis swell.
We are adults here.
Now, as the two of you, I'm assuming you're going to go back to Pen 15.
Yeah,
Okay.
proudly holding our chicken with a large scrotum.
And that's a big win.
Walk through the teleporter. They just have a chicken with huge balls for them.
I'll wait for him to get back. I gotta pee, and then we'll get to what happens on the other side of the teleport.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
When I unleash this beast with me and its Jacques balls,
What are we gonna do with that building now?
penis swell.
You're making it's not that big for a gym.
Yeah. What about like the coffee place, the bagel
It's a
place?
boutique gym. I'm a personal trainer.
Maybe it's just for gnomes. They don't need a lot of space.
That's my whole business idea.
Yeah. Just like, pegboards and.
That was the business idea. Is a gym for gnomes because when gnomes go to a regular gym, they are they feel inferior because
Everyone's bigger.
yeah, there's no lunk alarm.
Right. And probably the equipment's not built
So this
for
is
that.
a gnomes only gym called Peony Swell. Well, actually, that was the idea when the business partner was Peony. So now,
It's called cock and
I'll
ball.
just call it just Swell.
Yeah.
That's like just short, gets the people going. It's provocative.
Swell your muscles, swell your ego.
Yeah. This is where gnomes come to swell.
And when you work out and you feel good, you feel swell.
Okay, Ram and Lander, you guys go through the teleporter. You, not by choice. Lander is soon following after. You become weightless. You zip through space and time. And you materialize on board of your ship, the Stiff Mast, in a very small room. It's almost like the size of like a larger closet. It's kind of like tucked away, hidden on this boat.
You alright?
I didn't see anything.
Keep going. I got this. I'm gonna take care of him. Bro, you wanna go outside? Come here.
On the far wall opposite you, when you materialize, it's just a plain wooden paneled room on the ship, and in the corner, slumped against the wall, is Bretta Basquette, seemingly bleeding out from an arrow bolt in the back. And as you step through,
You gotta explain that.
she sees Lander, and she just looks at you, and she just goes, "You shot me."
How does she know? She wasn't facing me, and he had the crossbow.
I did not. I was not holding it.
None of us use a crossbow.
Yeah.
That's how she.
I'm gonna run over and snap into
Slit her
action.
neck.
I gotta snap into action. So I'm gonna crack the arrow head
I thought you were
off.
gonna snap her neck. Just
Kill
like,
it.
just put
Put
her
her out
out.
of
I'm
misery.
gonna. Well, see, the thing is, if you pull the arrow out, she bleeds out faster,
Yeah.
and we don't have our cleric here yet. So I'll have to crack
You can just do a
backside.
medicine check.
Yeah, so let's do a medicine check to see if it looks like this is going to be
Sure.
lethal, in a lethal place for me to pull it out, to whip it out.
What are you, a doctor?
Where's the music? Where's the music at?
14.
You don't think it can necessarily be a lethal shot. You think that she can be saved.
Okay. So I'm gonna slap her, and then I'm gonna yank the arrow out. So that way it's like shock.
It's like her face hurts and now her side hurts.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like she doesn't even see it coming.
Let me think. So either roll me it's either performance, it could be sleight of hand, it can be deception,
Ooh, deception. Let's go with that.
whichever one is you think would be
I
the
just
best
got
shot.
a 18 on deception.
So it works. Your distraction works, and this arrow yanks out. She says, I don't like being a wounded chick.
They always moan for some reason.
Yeah, right? They always remind me.
All right, so I pull the arrow out. I get out some bandage. I start wrapping it around her waist to stem the bleeding. I'm compressing it. I'm like, Ram, come here. He comes over. Are you gonna help? Are you not gonna help?
I don't think you can move this character.
I'll help. Well, that's what I'm asking.
I'll help. What do you need me to
So he
do?
comes over.
Character
And I put my
choice.
finger in the hole.
Character choice. Did you at any point
The blood hole?
have sex with Bretta Basket?
Can't ask these kind of questions.
Let's just say
Did you put it in her basket?
she knows how the board feels.
Okay.
The board in your bedroom?
Yes. She knows how the hardwood floor is.
That's right. It's a small little like acorn cat.
When you so you slap her, you do your arrow removal thing. She thanks you for removing the arrow, and she says, "Landa, the child."
Oh man.
She
You
says,
killed your own kid.
she says, "I need you to take me through the teleporter if you want the child to live."
Spare the dying.
Couldn't she just take
I've
it
never
herself?
done it on an unborn child before.
She may be too
gonna take
weak
quite a
to
roll.
move to stand.
We gotta bring her back because we gotta meet up with these guys before we do anything else.
What are you, the voice of reason?
Yes. Yeah, we got a kid on the way. We gotta start thinking like adults here.
We got 500 G's and a mythical beast to free.
We gotta think about a name for this child.
I'm still listening.
I think we need.
That's gonna take a whole night of just
We need to save
debating.
her. Because with her, we're going to have the information we need to get back on there and be most effective.
I think you call it betrayal.
Plus, my ding dong has one too many splinters. And I'm like, I need you in my life for that. So I throw her over my shoulder like a continental soldier.
Ooh.
And I say, let's save her.
Do you chain hang low? Do we wobble to the flow? Do we shine?
Okay, yeah. So
Is it
she just
magical?
you think that she just needs that physical help to get to the teleporter.
I'll save you.
Um,
And the blessed one.
as you take her back through the teleportation thing, you reappear in 10:15. She says they don't know that I got here. I snuck away because I'm a rogue.
Anyway, plot armor.
Wait, what? I don't understand. They don't know I got where.
So she's saying basically, after I got shot, they were going to leave me to die.
Ah,
So I snuck away
to the teleporter room.
to the teleporter, and then she collapsed due to this blood loss and weakness, and she just couldn't get, she was kind of in and out of consciousness. Now that she's here,
And I say, save your strength.
I feel like there's some depth to this story.
So I'm carrying
This is
her.
why she didn't totally defect. She's
I'm
been
carrying her to my
his
room.
baby.
Yeah.
And when I run into my
This is
room,
deep.
This is just,
I kind of
Think
trip
of
a little bit
waves.
because there's this divot in my floor. And I collapse and drop her onto the table, right? Because I have a table in my room. And then I say,
sure-
Ram, quick, get a pillow.
I'm sure Ms. Albert
Gotta get
will
a
also.
pillow.
Ms. Albert comes up the stairs, and she's more than willing to help out or get medical attention for Bretta. Before Bretta slips into a
Coma.
kind of like a weak and unconscious state,
a week of unconscious
she
state.
just says,
We can.
"Search the lower deck," and then she passes.
So I start taking her pants off.
Now.
Right now? This is so awkward.
Just pull an arrow out of your back.
Because, decks get me, now I have a thing for the floor and the deck.
You're thinking of floorboards.
Yeah,
and-
it's just swimming in my mind now.
Okay, so now
So interesting development in your character's floor fetish.
Yeah.
now for
Correct.
Ram, you're still aboard the ship.
I thought I went with them.
Yeah, he's always like
Oh, okay. You want you fine.
Yeah, you
got
gave
them a
it-
pillow.
She just got the pillow for me.
Yeah.
So I'm in that room with them.
Since you don't have the emotional attachment maybe that Lander has in that moment while he was saving her, you could tell that the ship, your airship, was definitely grounded on something, and you could feel the slight rocking of the ocean beneath you. But the ship itself seemed quiet. Your airship. So you get the sense that there may be no one even on board your airship.
Well, I'm back in the room now with him. But I know this, though. Are you guys back at Pen 15?
We're making our way back to Pen 15. I think we're close.
Yeah, you guys are there. You guys have
Okay.
Jacques LaBalle's with you, the chicken with you nuts.
Where'd you get a chicken from?
I'll kind of hold him up Simba style, and I'll be like,
When the balls are just like this in his face.
It's just like swinging.
They're just like slapping
I'll
him in the
say,
face.
yeah, and so just basketballs swinging in the sun, and I'll say, fellas, the
Dinner.
whisperer.
And you come running up into this room where you see like bread on the ground. Ms. Albert is there. Lander's like struggling. He's sweating, thinking about floorboards. And Jacques LaBalle's immediately you hear him. He says, "Put me down next to the woman. She needs healing."
I like this guy's energy. I immediately put him down next to the woman.
What he does
Like
is
everything he's doing
He
is
puts his balls.
he,
everything that Jock is speaking into my mind.
It's happened before.
Just like I think it's the best idea.
Like, oh.
So he
He
says
says-
that, and I'm just like amazing.
he says, "Swell, place me on the woman's chest."
Consider yourself placed.
So you place, and he kind of squishes down on this sultry beanbag of a nutsack, and he kind of leans forward towards her wound, and you can see a few tears from the chicken's eye, and they kind of hit, and you can see things start fixing like Harry Potter basilisk.
And I want to mind talk to him. I'm gonna say,
Good job, buddy. Good boy.
are you part Phoenix?
He says, "No,
I'm
I'm a chicken with huge fucking balls."
Enough said.
Don't argue with a chicken with a huge ball, bro.
He says also, "Wait a minute, is this Pen 15 nightclub?"
The very same.
So you've heard.
And he just goes, "Oh, let's party."
Who is this chicken? Who do we buy?
I love this dude's energy. I promised him a rain check for a Bender weekend at the Ben 15 Club, but I communicate there's a time is of the essence.
We had bigger plans at the moment.
Sure. Now, what are the four of you guys want to do?
Well, if Brenda's been healed, we need to start asking her what intel she has. So
Oh, I'll do
You
it
should
quick.
ask for a
I'll do it
paternity
quick
test,
to
too.
spare the dying on her belly,
You want to make sure it's your kid.
just to make
You're
sure.
just trying
that-
to take the credit for Jacques LaBalle's
Oh,
massive
I'm
healing.
sorry. I forgot. Oh my
So
God.
this girl, she just healed
literally happened 2 seconds
and
ago.
freaking.
that's where I was like, where is he going with it?
He just walks over and hey, he pretends to spare the dying.
Your Clara came through again, you guys.
Yeah. So she kind of comes to. She's healing, and she kind of looks around at the four of you. She looks at Lander, and she goes, "Don't worry about it. I get it."
Get what?
Says you don't want to be the father, man.
What
Oh,
you do to your
she's tapping
floorboards.
her scarred area, the hole in her garments where she was shot, and she kind of goes, "I get it."
She thinks you were trying to force an abortion
Baby.
via crossbow. That's dark.
That's just bad luck.
Were you aiming for that?
No!
You didn't even know
I
she's
wasn't
pregnant.
even aiming for it.
He was aiming at Sledge, but he
He wanted to
missed,
make it
so-
seem like he was aiming at
Yeah,
Sledge.
now we know.
Meanwhile,
That's
is what I'm
demon
doing.
fetus.
yeah.
You need to end that thing.
What did she really say to him when she winked at him?
So,
Yeah. So
It was probably something along the lines of,
Brenda, we need to
and
focus
then he
right now.
immediately pulls a crossbow and shoots.
Tell us
her.
what we need to know about Jacques Cousteau.
Who?
you're relaxed. She
Jacques
says,
LaBalle's probably like.
I don't know much in the day and a half or 2 days that I've been aboard his ship, but she does say that you are right. The airship is docked on the Santa Maria. She says that they have the gold somewhere in one of the subdecks. But she says not the lowest one. The lowest one, there's something down there. She says at nighttime you can hear it breathing.
And I mind talk to Jacques and say, Jacques, that's us.
she says that as far as she knows, he's going to use the gold to pay for something, but she doesn't know if it's something physical or if she's paying someone almost as like a good faith payment type of thing.
I could cast Veil of Shadows, and we could try to sneak down there.
Well, I
500
should still ask her, is
500,000
anyone guarding the airship?
Is a
She says
wild
our
good
airship
faith
is
payment.
unmanned, but when you step off of our ship onto the Santa Maria, there's guards everywhere. All of them drow, dark elves.
Excellent. Dark elves can see at night, but we can
They're
at least get
also-
back onto our airship.
Weak against my Dawnbringer.
I need to swap armor
We can at least just take our
Based-
airship and
based off of this feedback. I don't know if I want to roll into a stealth mission with.
I said we just
with
get on the
chainmail.
airship and fly it out of there.
Do I have armor options at the Pen 15 Club? Can I downgrade from chainmail
I think
to
we have
a-
like an extensive list of like probably like leather, all different types of like, you know.
D20 it.
Iron.
But my closet, for some reason, has no shirts in it.
Every day you open it, you just go.
And I keep asking for
Like,
someone
you get
to
like a
make me one,
breastplate. Is that weird?
but they never
14.
do.
14.
So as you browse your wardrobe, the best thing you can come up with is a very, very fine pair of dark silk pajamas that are perfect for sneaking.
They're like skin tight too.
As I don them, do I feel any kind of sneak bonus?
Snowness.
What do you normally get? The sneak? Because you normally, if you're in your chain, you have disadvantage. right?
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
But otherwise, my stealth is +1 normally.
It's a +3 now. While you're wearing the sneaky pajamas. However,
I'm wearing
your
Still think we
armor
should go in there and
class,
take the boat.
your armor class will
Sure
be a
can.
10.
What, or unarmored? I think it's 12.
Wait, I have something for this.
I just take the chainmail off.
Sure, we'll go 12.
I think I can formally take the chainmail off through the app. Cut this part.
Blessing of the Trickster. As an action, you can touch a willing creature other than yourself to give it advantage on dexterity stealth checks for 1 hour or until you use this feature again.
I have high stealth, so I don't need it.
And we know Ram's got the magic stealth, right?
You got the magic stick. Do I?
And I can always cast Pass Without a Trace if we have
Right.
to.
So
Just +1.
I'm a 13.
I look at Swell and I say, "Oh, we're going
I can do that,
stealthy."
or I can cast
And
Bless
I
on you,
yank the loincloth off.
and now give you
because I don't want to make
additional
any
4.
noise.
It's just.
I lied. It's an 11.
Let's go.
Let's
It's an
do
11
this.
with a shield at 13.
Okay.
But I'm in my sneaky pajamas.
Me
You're in
too.
your sneaky pajamas.
I'm in
He's
my
his
birthday
sneaky
suit.
pajamas, his birthday suit.
You're just naked?
Yeah. I said we're going stealthy because you got all stealthy, and I didn't want my loincloth to like make noise, so I just ripped it off.
Your loincloth didn't make noise. The chainmail made noise.
Well, yeah, you can't.
I think
be,
you just got naked.
you can't be too careful.
Back at the monk school. You know.
Yeah. Maybe your definition of stealthy is one thing, but
I'm gonna brain talk to Jacques LaBalls and just kind of like, this guy. This guy.
Chocolate balls. Okay, so you guys are stealthed out, naked, sneaky pajamas. Copper Milkbone. Anything you want to add in? Before, I presume the plan is to go through the teleporter.
Yeah, so I mean, I could buff other people.
can you buff yourself?
I can buff myself. My first thought was I could just cast disguise self and look like one of the Gray Company. Or maybe what we could do is we could find
That's
a closet
a really
that has
good
all
idea.
these clothes, and we could disguise ourselves as Gray Company people and just walk around the ship. Kinda
Bernie
like
Madoff
that.
just died, by the way.
Who?
Bernie Madoff.
He died at like the beginning of the day.
Did he?
Yeah, people were trashing him online.
I mean, he was a Ponzi artist. Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea to disguise any of us that we can as the good guy.
Yeah, I mean, I
As
can
those guys.
only do it on myself, but I could also buff I could cast buffs.
Is it worth it? Limit buff.
I think because you only have 11, I think you benefit from.
I got my shield up in my pajamas. Another 13.
Well, that shield only adds to your armor class.
Doesn't have any of the Raven shit
Stealth.
in there for you to see.
Yeah, my stealth is
So
+3
you have
now.
your Raven
I
Okay.
got 2 more
thing,
from my
And
pajamas.
then because you're
Okay.
6th level,
And what's your stealth?
your other ability is that once per day,
+3.
you
Am I?
can.
Okay.
I think right, 6th level. You guys are level
This
6.
is
right?
level 5, but
And then, okay, let's start here. Attack what we're saving. That's only attack what we're saving through. No, it's not something.
yeah, and so is he. I think we're level
Okay,
5.
we'll go up after this, but we'll say we're 6 now. For your 6th thing, you can do that thing where for once a day you can merge with the form of the Raven. So you become the Raven. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
For one.
So I killed that vampire.
1 minute.
For only 1 minute. Wow.
So
I was boxing him though.
at some
Yeah, but I
point
killed him.
tonight, for a minute, if you want to become
Yeah, but
a
if
Raven,
you stay in the back, we peek ahead, things go bad, you turn into Raven and disappear. I think we lead with 2 people that have stealth as a highlight.
Well, we know the ship is clear.
Yeah.
Our ship. So we can at least just go in there and look around some more.
All right, so let's start there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You can remain a Raven as long as you want, unless you take damage or if you choose as an action to stop being a Raven.
That makes more sense.
I
Let's go.
am wearing stealthy pajamas.
Let's go.
They don't have the Raven Queen thing on D&D Beyond. So I
Now, are
can't
they
have it.
footsies? Are they footy pajamas?
They are.
Like, will you slide like on carpeted surfaces?
Or like a ninja, do you have like the 3-toe?
These are not ninja pajamas.
She
They are
does.
silk.
Brody's barking. I'm gonna go Brody.
They are silk, blue, kind of loose fit, like what you would imagine,
They're-
just like a really
They were black.
wealthy
and they
leader
weren't loose
of
fit.
a prominent adventure group would wear and wear to bed.
All right.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
the plan then, boys?
So I'm going to
Hop in.
I'm gonna hop in.
I'm hopping in.
Not doing anything just yet. I'm gonna hop in,
Sure.
go through the teleporter.
I'm gonna walk uncomfortably close to the backside of Copper.
I also outfit Jacques LaBalls in a nice little silk PJ getup.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
These are comfortable, especially on my balls.
I
through the teleporter.
Yeah,
I'll
Go.
send back a message.
Okay.
I love that.
You guys are on board your airship, and it is eerily quiet. And again, you just kind of feel that gentle rocking of ocean beneath you.
I think the first thing we should do is go and investigate the mechanisms.
We should
for
go in.
flying this thing.
We should
to
go
see
in
if-
hot.
We could do that, but I was thinking, like, if
we
we
just
have
talk
to,
about
can we
sneaking?
fly this thing away ourselves right now?
You put
That's what I'm
on
thinking.
stealth
We could
pajamas
steal our
to
airship
not go
back.
hot.
Right.
What's the point
And
of
give
wearing
up the
stealth
gold.
pajamas if people can't see
Right.
them?
But if we have the airship, we can always come back.
Good point.
True.
We can always just hunt that
Yeah.
that ship down.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking let's just give a quick peek see, just to make sure that our ship is clear, clean, and that we can get in there. If we had to fly it ourselves, we can do that. And then after that, we tether down.
So you're just checking the ship out, the interior of the ship.
That's what I'm thinking.
There's like a
I
getaway
assume that
option.
we have knowledge
What's
of
that?
being able to fly
There's
the
like a
ship
getaway option.
As an option,
Without
can we
staff.
get it? If we
Like,
had to, and then
without.
pinch, we can fly away from this thing.
For
But I
sure.
think that's not.
Or
What
we
we wanna
can, or
do.
we could get the gold and the beast, get it back on our ship, bounce.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys kind of scour the interior, the hull of the ship.
We
It's dead quiet, and as you kind of roam the familiar passages
Major
and hallways
security
that you
gap
guys
that
are
they
used
teleported
to,
to Pen 15.
you don't see or hear anything. It's quiet on your ship.
Quick check of the teleportation devices to make sure that we can access that. I think
Yeah.
what we do is make sure that if nothing else, we have a beeline back to that. We can use that to pop back and we're good.
Well, that's
wait,
in
we
a
can't get
private
through
room
there yet.
too. It's in
Yeah.
a private room that they're not yet aware of.
All right, let's go. Let's go in hot. Let's go in hot.
Yeah, I like that. I
Wanna
think
go
that
hot?
the teleporter itself
Well, no, we're
is,
stealthy.
is in a room they don't
But
even
we're
know
aggressive.
is
We're
there.
aggressive,
That's
stealthy.
Stealthy.
Because Greta snuck into it.
Yeah.
We're not
We're
like
going
adva-
fast,
We're not,
but slow.
we're not like advantage check stealthy. We're like regular stealthy.
We're regular stealthy. We're not keenly walking. We're just walking. But we're walking
with
very
an attitude,
stealthily.
You know?
We're walking tall, but we're walking quiet. We're walking
That's right.
big.
We're walking
but
in the
soft.
shadows.
We're running, but only on our tiptoes.
So you guys run on your tiptoes up onto the deck of the airship.
Yeah.
The only way off. So you appear out. What time of day do you guys want this to be?
3 a.m.
Midnight.
Yeah, it's definitely dark.
It's dark.
These are dark elves. It doesn't really matter.
3 a.m.
I say
do we want it to be light?
I get to choose the time.
Well, I didn't know like what if you guys were like, let's go. At this
Wait,
time
if
of
it's
day.
dark elves, it should be daytime.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, once we get below deck, it's not going to matter, but on top.
Yeah, maybe they sleep during the day.
Like vampires.
Yeah.
It's noon. This is a nooner.
Okay, Nooner, you guys appear on the deck of your airship. As you look around, you can see to your right is the Pinta. To your left is the Nina. Nina Pinta. Yeah, Nina on your left. Down below your ship is the deck of the Santa Maria, a really, really large ship. You can see there's a few people congregating on the deck, walking around. They don't see you up where you are. The other thing that you notice is that your airship seems to be tethered down to the deck of the Santa Maria.
Sandbags or tied? That matters.
Sandbagging sons of bitches.
Sandbags. But the, I guess it's like a hot air balloon, right? So whatever powers the balloon is obviously inactive. So that's kind of this big, I don't even know what it looks like, deflated.
It kind of looks like a deflated version of chocolate balls.
This is a big, weird floppy ball sack, maybe attached to like a big pole or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it's not strictly
Engineering doesn't check out.
It's not strictly tethered.
Okay.
It's just kind of sandbagged.
It's weighted.
Okay.
It's grounded.
It's weighted down.
It's weighted down.
I want to look at the Nina. It's one of those.
You do this. You don't know if the
Like
people
you- like
on the
the-
deck
like-
of that or see it or not.
Yeah.
Like the
Let's
big
say
FU.
they're
the
both
big
like
FU.
50 yards
Was that
to
functional?
your sides. These
Did that
two-
do
these
something?
two
It didn't
smaller
have to.
ships.
Just for his own
It was just like an energy.
knowledge.
Yeah. And maybe I even got a lot of inspiration out of it.
Is that like
Inspo.
key to your character?
Yeah.
Could be inspo.
Also, remember,
Inspiration.
you just want to murder.
Don't.
I want to know if
I've got a chicken talking into my head.
Well, yeah, that's what I want to know. What is our chicken saying? What is this chicken saying?
Right, something about his balls.
I don't control the chicken.
Oh,
Wait, sidebar. Where's the succubus?
Where do you want her to be?
Piper.
At this point, it's not. It wouldn't be okay if she was with us. So she's got to be like manning the bar or something back at the.
Yeah, she's back at pen 15.
Hey, can you lay down?
I think she's back there. Should anything bad happen, like
She's
people,
milking the cow.
the wrong people start to come through the teleporter, she, well, at that point, was
Sleeps with all of them.
Yes.
She heard used to bang everyone.
She's just there, legs spread open for anyone that comes through the teleporter.
I don't think this is gonna work.
A Venus vagina trap. Just waiting for whoever comes through. Yeah, she'll stay back. So the people that are on the main deck of the ship, they're wearing these hooded things. It looks like a lot of them almost have like their faces wrapped, like they're trying to prevent any sunlight they can from touching their skin or their eyes. And you just have, I guess, a few people manning the sails of the ship. A couple people just kind of like talking in groups. But you can all make a perception check if you'd like to.
That's gonna be a +7.
That's a crit.
All right, he
Crit?
wins.
Nice. So underneath your ship, you realize that the stiff mast, as it's weighted down, is sitting on what looks like a set of these giant doors that it seems like they would open, like almost like the middle of this main deck of the ship would like slide apart.
Can we, if when we were looking at this thing, can we view the mechanisms that would make it slide? Is there any way that we could sabotage that, or are they hidden underneath?
Or is it just manually pushed?
You can see
Yeah.
that there's like these big like gear crank things, but the issue with opening them now is that your ship is like sitting on them.
Okay.
So it's almost covering what would be.
I guess what I'm going after is, could we sabotage the mechanism to open these?
To what end? So like it would cause it to start opening, and then your ship would like.
Well, no,
fall.
to prevent that thing from even being opened. It's like so it will not open.
So I'll specify. Your ship is longer than these doors are.
Okay.
So picture like the screen is these doors, and your ship is like as long as the black part. So it's kind of covering them.
I'm thinking we could tether the beast and fly him out. This is probably his cage under this.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, if we had to lock it down, we can do that.
Right.
If not, we can pull it out. Got it. Cool.
What do you guys want to do?
I don't know.
I think we start off like, can we get to a spot where we can maybe hijack 4 of these guys, steal their outfits, tie them up, disguise ourselves as them, and then maybe be able to work our way around the ship with a little bit of, without being, discovered.
Okay.
Can a gnome-sized person disguise himself as a dark elf?
Can you hop on the shoulder of somebody else? Or how tall are you if we put chocolate balls on your head?
He could be.
Not that tall.
I have darts. I am also a skilled alchemist.
Okay.
What would it take for me to get some darts to become sleeping darts?
What if we take Jacques?
Probably like a couple days of preparation on either purchasing the necessary components to make that. Or
So remember that month? No, I'm just kidding.
Do you have any wyvern poison?
wow.
Because that stays like fresh for like 6 months.
Yeah, it also does like
True.
1d20.
I mean, no. The answer would be, I've never heard of
Can
it.
Jacques LeBon's sense what's underneath the boat, like underneath these doors?
Yeah, I'll ask Jacques, brain to brain, if he's getting any bestial vibes from the ship. Is he hearing anything? Is anything whispering to him?
Don't forget
like
your...
like an Elliot E.T. kind of connection with him?
Oh, I totally forgot. I have the
Yeah.
obviator's lens.
We
I
talk-
can determine people's
We talk brain to brain.
That's
intentions.
I was just reading. I totally forgot I have a horse person stuff too.
Yeah.
You probably have that goodie bag of animals, right?
Snuffler.
The boar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can probably roll it now and see what you can get.
Just let a boar loose on the ship?
It might not be a boar. It depends what you roll.
Could be a weasel.
Could be a weasel.
Jacques LeBalls will say, there's something really powerful in this ship. Also, don't forget, I know what you are. We need to fucking murder someone now.
What is he?
Wait a second. How about this? If we're ready to go, I'll go into
Is
like
Jacques LeBal's my inner monologue now?
This is the best narrative ever.
He goes, I'm sorry to intrude, but I can read your thoughts. I am a sentient chicken with huge fucking balls. There's a lot you don't know about me yet, but maybe I'll reveal more as we go on.
What if I just cause a distraction? I turn
I
into
know
a
the
raven.
inspiration for this character.
I fly all in and out of these guys. Maybe like peck at them or something. I don't know if I cause enough of a distraction, but then you
Is
guys
it-
can run downstairs.
Is there any dark elf, maybe by himself, maybe secluded?
Yeah, there's actually one right off of there's a little ropey ladder off of your ship. There's a guy who's just kind of he seems like he's just on patrol. He's kind of leaning against the hull of your ship below you. Doesn't seem terribly interested in being a super good guard.
In for the bushes?
Yeah, I'm gonna brain to brain say, Jacques, let's ride. And I want to link from Ocarina of Time, but Smash Bros down A. So long sword kind of between my legs.
Where's the chicken?
He's on my head. He's sitting on my
is
head.
the chicken Navi?
And I'm gonna jump off the side of this thing and try to down A this thing. Long sword between my legs, chicken on my head, just me against the wind.
His butated membrane.
His balls just kind of flapping in the wind, smacking his forehead.
Yeah, you can do it in an attack roll.
I can't see.
Can't wait till you just miss. Ooh,
Bad
16.
windshield wiper.
+6.
Ooh.
You will not only hit, but you kind of smash down and you kind of kill him.
I want to go.
Kind of
I want to come straight through the top of the skull.
Yeah, it's just, and the extra weight of Jacques on you just helps bury that thing, and it just boom.
And then I want to do like a fist bump with Jacques
It's chicken.
and be like,
Doesn't have a fist.
With huge balls.
But he bumps his balls.
It's like a
Ow! Like a punching bag.
I'll kind of whisper, "How's that for murder?"
You hurt my balls. Other than that, it was pretty fucking good.
I almost picture they're like earmuffs. They're just like on either side of his
slowly.
head.
It's like a weird princess leg.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, Chris, you gotta draw that.
And then I'll say,
2%
Next.
battery. Whatever.
and then I'll look up and maybe just wave you guys down.
Someone's got to put on that outfit.
I say we just leave now. He's down there.
No, I think we have an outfit. Let's gather his
We have an
clothes.
outfit.
Let's collect
Take
his
out
body.
the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's dispose of him.
I'll wave you guys down, and I'll on your way down, I'll say, "Daddy's home."
All right, all I need is that everyone rolls a stealth check. As long as half of you succeed, it's called a group pass.
Do I need one?
Could
If I'm
I-
already down below, or
Yeah.
It replace that with me turning into a raven. Or I still have to
I got
stealth check
19.
Yeah, you can become a raven, for sure.
that. I'd like to
16.
become a raven.
because I get +3.
Alright, you guys are good. So your goal is to kind of bring this dude back up onto your ship, take his stuff off, and then one of you guys has one.
Somebody's about to be 8, a dark elf, wrapped in swaddled in a manger.
Waddling
Alright,
clothes.
the group passes, so you guys are able to get this guard up onto the deck. Whoever wants to wear his outfit, I mean, he's a 5'11" dark elf. Like, he's just a normal ass.
Who's our normal height people?
Me.
It's the three of us. But you have a tail, don't you?
Yeah, but I just turned it into the raven.
Oh, okay. So
that
you're
way
in the
I can
raven.
just be
So
fine.
you want to dress up?
Right,
Because
sure.
I can.
I'm already naked, so I might as well.
I
put
can
some
always
on.
disguise myself to look like somebody.
Well, I'm going to don the swaddling clothing.
Okay, and then that way, if need be.
I'm not sure how much I can do with Jock on my head.
Don.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast Blessing of the Trickster on you. I'm not sure. Like,
On
how-
me?
Yeah. No. So
Cast it
basically,
on
as
the
a,
chicken.
wait, no, I'm sorry. Yeah. As touch a willing creature other than yourself to give advantage on dexterity stealth checks for an hour until you use the feature again. So you have
I have +3 for my night pajamas and advantage.
an advantage. So I don't know how that's gonna work with Jacques LeBall's sitting on his head.
It's fine. We don't need to know yet.
Okay, so you have that for an hour. As long as I can concentrate.
It's just an elaborate helmet.
Actually, no, it's not even a concentration spell. It's an action. Do you have that? Okay. And I will use Disguise Self on myself. And I will make myself look on myself. I was just gonna,
on myself.
I'm all into redundancies today. That's what the kids are doing these days. So I'm going to do that.
I'm having like an inner monologue, just talking to Jacques about how I feel like we're workshopping names for like my serial killer like name, like the PJ assassin, or like the pajama mama,
Yeah, he's not leaving yet.
mom, or like
balls and
mama
claws.
pajama.
Whenever he puts the jacket
This is
on,
your
you
serial
wonder
killer
if he's
name?
going somewhere.
Yeah, it started with the dark elf, and now we're cooking.
How about the Silk Slayer?
Ooh, I like where your head's at.
That's because it's on yours.
We'll keep workshopping it.
Like,
I think we have time. This is a big boat.
Like ball hair just like keeps getting in his mouth, and he's like. He's like tickling him. He's like, oh my gosh.
You hear Jocko, if you ever get hungry, just pluck a hair and eat it.
I consider it just after seeing what his tears have done, and I'll hold on to that thought.
Alright, so I'm disguised as a dark elf in swaddling clothing.
Mm-hmm.
You are disguised through magic.
Through magic as a
That's the
dark
same.
elf through swaddling clothing.
Okay, you're a raven.
You're a raven.
Brand's a
and
raven.
You have the ability to, but you're gonna try to hide in the back, like behind us, because you're smaller, so you can kind of like we can kind of.
I also
practice
roll
that.
advantage on stealth checks and get
Yeah.
+3 from my silky PJs.
So our objective is it to go find the beast, or to just cut the ropes and skedaddle?
So yeah, what is our mission? Is our mission to kill this guy? Is our mission to take our gold back? Or is the mission
his
to
beast-
embarrass him and take his beast?
Taking his beast, I think, is the most effective because it reestablishes our name and takes his treasure back or away.
Yeah.
Because he got the gold for the purpose of that
Yeah.
beast.
Let's do that. Let's take a look around the deck of this ship and you know judging by like where these doors are, where we think might be the easiest way,
We
the
don't
most
have-
direct way to get
We
down.
don't have a
into
great
this.
mechanism to withdraw 500,000.
Yes, we do. We have a flying ship
But how do we hoist
get the
it
gold
with rope.
onto the ship?
with all these freaking guys on it?
Oh, not the gold.
We have
I mean
trouble
the beast.
moving these
The
things to
beast.
Yeah.
We're gonna tie the beast to the bottom of the ship and float away.
So do we even bother going like outside, like see if we can open up the doors
Guys.
of this mechanism just enough so we
Shock
can
and
get
I
down
Right.
Gonna control
and tie this thing up?
That's what I'm saying.
Also, you're in Raven form right now too, so scouting.
Yeah, are you able to fly down to like a porthole on the side and?
Am I allowed to fly down to a porthole on the side?
Sure.
And look through it?
Ask for permission. You beg for forgiveness. Just do what you want.
So as you fly off, you know you see the main deck and you see the people, the guards and the dark elves on the deck. As you fly around the side of the ship, you know you can see there's like one layer of a few windows, and then below that there's like one or two windows on a third level of this massive ship.
Lowest level.
Where would you like to look?
E-deck.
The third level?
The third level.
Yeah.
Okay, so your raven swoops, or you swoop down, and you're looking into, it's a dark level of the ship, but what you can see through this little porthole is it looks like a massive
Erection.
bicep of some sort of massive creature that is laying
Swell
on its
Jim.
back.
It might be Swell himself.
And it looks like there are iron like restraints over this arm, and you can see that the chest rising and falling in the bottom level of this ship. But whatever this thing is, you think it could be almost the length of the ship. I mean, this thing could be like 35 feet, 40 feet tall.
They have a
Whatever it
giant
is.
in there.
So it's laying prone. Because that's the only way it would fit if it was 35, 40 feet.
Yeah. You think that these sliding doors would be the perfect opening to get something like this down into this ship.
We don't know this. Only you know this.
Only you
Yeah.
can know this.
Let's judge Judy this.
Can I talk to them in a raven form or no? No thing? Probably
You can
not.
talk to the chicken.
I'm going to communicate that to the chicken, who will communicate it to Andy, who will communicate to the rest of the people.
Sorry, I got 1% left.
I feel like I should fly in there.
Do you
Turn
have
back.
power, or you didn't bring your adapter?
I didn't bring it. Because I'm smart.
If I fly in there, turn back to normal form, unlock this giant, and just have him cause havoc, and then we'll just take the boat and leave. Or
That's
the ship.
also an option.
What? How are you getting in? Where? How,
As a raven, I'll
you're
fly
just
in.
gonna press the button?
He said there's sliding doors. I'll just wait my turn. Wait until the doors open.
You think the doors that house the dragon are just gonna
It's not a
open?
dragon. I'm sure I can get a way in there.
King Kong.
I should specify. When I said
I haven't
doors, I
watched
meant
King
when
Kong
you guys were
Fest, so
looking
yeah, it's
over
the last one.
the deck of your airship
Yeah.
on this boat, and I said that beneath your ship, it looked like there were these big
Yeah, those doors.
doors. You think, yeah, like if on the deck of this ship, they have this huge set of doors that seem like they would open to allow the capture of, something like this or whatever.
How are you getting in?
He's a raven.
Find a way.
I mean, we're disguised.
Yeah.
We can just start
I'm stealthy.
on
Washy.
like turning the gear thing and opening.
There's a gear thing?
Yeah, there's a gear thing that
We only need to
opens.
we only like at first we only need to open it so far, just to like get the ropes down, start tying it up, and then we can get back up and open the whole thing up and boop, jettison.
So let's start there.
Yeah.
See if we can start opening that without drawing much attention.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a pretty loud kind of mechanism.
The cranky.
Yeah.
Cast silence the chain.
What kind of power do you need for that? Is it USB-C?
Yeah.
I can do that.
So hold on. Only one of you has the Drow disguise, and that would be Lander.
And he's a magic disguise.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
discuss though.
You are going to be on the.
I'm in PJs.
Are you still on the deck of the airship with Jacques?
Yeah.
Okay. So these two go down onto
Oh,
the deck of the Santa Maria, and your aim is to get close to this gear crank mechanism that you think would open.
Well, I'd like to kind of judge the situation. Would it be weird if we like walked over there and started messing with it? Is it the kind of thing where it's like there's people guarding it, or animal handlers of some sort, or
No, so there's no one like actively near it or even looking at it, but you definitely think like the size of these doors, the fact that your ship is kind of on them, it's not going to go unnoticed if you start cranking these.
are the other people like doing chores? Are they like guarding? Are they walking around? What are they? How many people can I see from my position?
So there's a few people that seem to be on. There's like 3 or 4 that seem to be on like a cleaning duty. They're like scrubbing the deck, things like that nature. Some people up on like a raised area near the front of the boat that are like navigating or whatnot. And then you have a group that the nearest group to you is 3 drow, and they're standing around. They're just talking. They don't seem to have any kind of like task. They're just sort of chatting.
But I get the perception that if we start messing with the crank, they're gonna take notice, like you said.
Yeah, you think they would be.
And they'll probably have silly voices like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?"
So we have to make a decision whether we start messing with it and draw attention or not. Now, do we see any kind of stairwell alternative to go down?
Yeah, so the raised area at the front of the boat, there's like a wall and there's 2 staircases that go up. There's a wall with a door that presumably would go into the lower decks of the ship. You also think that behind your ship at the rear, there's also a way to go down.
Nice, Brody.
It's always some way
Just
to go down
hanging.
in the rear.
Now, Ram, what would you like to do? So you're still kind of checking out this window. Ish, you're kind of moving around the bottom of the boat, flying as a raven. Is there anything that you would like to do? I will point out that these windows, they don't have glass. They're simply just kind of these decorative portholes that you're able to look through. You could certainly probably fit through them as a raven.
That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
That's with the 3rd level.
Yeah, so you kind of perch on
really
this
get
window
good
and
this time.
you step your way through. You're looking into the lowest level of the ship. On the far ends, there are stairwells that go up. The middle of the
What are you
boat,
looking for, Brody?
He's just being a dog. He's making his bed.
digging the china. The main feature of this level is this probably 25, 30 foot. This is definitely a giant that seems to be in some form of sleep or like coma or something. He's heavily restrained down to the ship. And you can notice that his skin is almost like a pale bluish color. His hair is a white flowing, and as you kind of look, you notice that there's like bits of light that just kind of zip through his hair.
Frost giant.
You can make a history check if you'd like to.
Ooh.
Is this a frost giant?
22.
First time in your life you've ever seen one. You weren't sure if they existed, but this is a storm giant.
Storm giant.
That is being held captive at the bottom of this ship.
What do I know about storm giants?
They're freaking the badass.
They are the highest order of the giant race. And based on his attire, tied into your great history check, this one in particular is definitely some form of royalty.
Oh, we've got to save him.
Yeah.
Does it look? I can't ask. I'm not there.
Do these chains, like, what are these? What's holding him down? As I fly by, like, just simple.
It's like
locked.
well, it's not even locked. It's almost like just
trying to break his
sets
chain.
of like what are those things called that you do this to open shit?
Locks.
Wheel?
Yeah, it's like turning like these steel round turning wheels that seem to they seem to control various steel
I think I'm just gonna let
braces.
this thing go and see what happens.
So it's kind of like these metal clamps. Just clamp down when they're
Yeah,
tight.
if you think of like someone laying on a bed and they're restrained, they have
Right.
like restraints over their arms, their legs. There's one over his midsection.
Right above him, is that where the door's open? That they're trying to open?
So above him, it's actually that's a good point. Above him, it's actually an open rectangle, and there's like almost a balcony. So that second level of the ship is just a balcony around,
That's where Yarlaco stands.
and there's like
It's an observation
hole.
deck.
But above, obviously, are those doors on the top level.
So he is shackled,
Yeah.
and you've got turning gears, a turn lock that would release him. Is that what you're saying, or it
Yeah,
appears that way?
Release the
Yeah. So
Chain.
I'm saying like he's laying on this table.
Oh, so
right?
they tighten the chains down. Gotcha. Presumably.
And they're just these solid steel, joints that go like this over his arms. He's got some on his legs. There's one across his midsection. All of them tied to these kind of turning thingy majigger.
Oh, are you talking about like a wheel that has spokes, almost like that? Or-
Yeah, like a big like turning. kind of-
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
I think I'm just
like
gonna
a
start turning
medieval
these
torture.
things. Unless anyone objects.
Am I able to see this storm giant from my vantage point on the
No.
upper deck?
He is below you.
Camera's gonna open this thing up. Save him.
You're a raven.
You're a raven.
I'll turn back into.
I think that's a bad plan.
No?
Well, I mean, I honestly can't say anything to you. Like you have to make your own
Can
decision.
I
'Cause I'm
understand-
on a different place in the boat.
Just because I'm not as familiar, what is a storm giant? Like, does he control storms, like magically? Just so I know that, at least that. That's all I wanted to know, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to give you like a quick rundown, just like game wise. So, of all the different like giants, there's like hill giants, fire giants, frost giants. There's a tier list. Storm giants are the top of the list. They're the most powerful. They're the largest physically. They certainly have like weather control.
Okay, that's all I
powers
needed to know.
and
Okay.
They're really powerful. So the fact that these people somehow have one of them restrained in their ship.
Which is bad news if we let him go. Because he controls the weather.
Unless he thanks me for letting him go.
No, it's bad news for the bad guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
He can bring the storm upon us.
How can we
And he
buy
could
ourselves time?
Cause that distraction while we just get the ship and move.
But how many people are on? Like how many enemies are on this ship? And we are 5 people. Well,
And a storm giant.
4 and a
4
set of balls.
people and a set of balls.
I mean, how would we fare in a fight? What if we just take the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria with the Storm Giant.
What if we crash the Santa Maria into the Nina and then the Pinta?
So if he can control the weather, he can control the seas.
That's what I'm saying. If he can control the seas, that would be really interesting.
I mean, he's not Poseidon. Make it rain.
No, but perhaps he could, make the oceans rough. That basically takes the other two boats out of the equation.
Alright, I can't ask questions.
Should we just go all in and fucking risk death?
Well, hold on.
With
Let's
a
roll
chicken
Ram like
involved.
this.
Yeah, Ram's in charge at the moment. He's got to make some sort of decision.
He's sleeping, or does it look like he's under a spell or something? Or he's just sleeping?
You can make an Arcana
You're
check
wrong.
on him. He's breathing.
Oh!
His eyes are
That's
closed. Damn. Yeah. Not only do you think he's under some sort of spell that would keep him subdued and possibly asleep, you know the exact spell that they're using. You're a tiefling. You're a freaking warlock. You've been in this shit. You would know how to break him out of it.
I think I'm gonna break him out of the spell.
You do you, and we clean up the mess.
Yeah.
And he does it by landing on his little raven bod,
Yeah, I just want to land on his
and
chest
poops,
and live
just
him.
poops on his forehead.
Just starts picking at him.
And you dispel his magical slumber. You can see his eyes blinking, and he begins to wake.
Talk to him.
And he kind of looks down. He just goes,
You're on this boat. Oh, I guess I turn back into myself now.
Okay.
so you're just sitting on his chest.
No, I'll get off his chest, but then turn back into Ram,
With your floppy ear
and I'll say,
and your missing hand.
you're on a boat called the Santa Maria. You ever hear of a guy named Jarl Axel? Whatever his name is.
Yes. He captured me.
Okay, so you remember that part. Why'd he capture you? What does he want?
He's trying to destroy the giant border. You need to release me. My people are in danger.
How can I trust you? You know, I mean, just gonna be honest here. You're a giant. I'm not.
Yeah, so he goes, I am King Hecaton, the highest of my order. You release me and you have whatever you wish.
Hercules!
500,000 gold.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna release you, but there's a lot of gold here, and it's kind of heavy. You think you could just get that on our ship too? And then you can do whatever with Jarl Axel and all these other guys.
Yeah, make a persuasion roll.
Wait, come on, buddy.
Oh, 1.
1. I go from a 20 to a 1.
Yeah, he says, the gold does not concern me.
I should go for breakfast.
Chain's going back on.
Well, hold on. And he says, undo the shackles, and I will destroy this ship. Your life will be spared.
Turning the chains back, yeah.
You drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, so I want to do all that. I don't know how many there are. I'll do them however many. And then... Oh, I can only do Raven once, huh? Per day.
Correct.
Dang, you're stuck down there. Whoops!
Well, that's actually a really good thing because you forgot about us up top.
Well, the giant
He didn't even tell him that he's got friends.
can put you up.
Kill
top.
everyone!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I got a couple guys up there. I know they're going to look exactly like the other guards.
Exactly.
But I'll be near them. Just don't kill them.
Except for one.
We'll be near the
He's got a
spaceship.
chicken on his head with giant
Yeah,
testicles.
there's also a big chicken ball guy. But don't worry about him. Don't worry about him either.
He's a serial killer. They call him the PJ.
You know,
Man.
Swell kind of looked like a scrotum before the chicken with the giant scrotum. I can't wait for the...
He says, can you and your friends swim?
I think so.
Of course we can, we're dirty and
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know if the tiny man can, but
All
I think we
right.
invented it.
So as you release, we'll say his arm.
Oh no, let's get back on the ship.
The floating ship.
Yeah.
You three who are on deck, Swelle is on deck of the flying airship.
Still debating whether they should turn.
Yeah, you guys are kind of standing around looking. Next thing you know, a giant fist and arm punches its way up through.
Ooh, and I want to be kind of on the fist, like, as I come up with it.
So you die.
No, it's on the side. Like, the fist hits, and they just see me bust through this thing.
punched through 3 layers of wood.
So yeah, this giant
And I'm just
fist and
hanging
arm
on
just
by, like,
bashes
a giant
through
thing.
the head of this ship, sending some of these drow guards flying. You can see
I
the
picture
ram
it
is just
slow-mo,
kind of
too.
on like the thumb.
I'm gonna look at Copper. I'm gonna say, I think that's our exit.
I think that's the signal. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to start cutting the sandbags
Yes.
and get this thing ready to fly.
That's what we start doing.
All right, all 3 of you can make dexterity checks to see how quick you're chopping these.
I feel like he gets disadvantage.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 3,
Oh no.
but not to be outdone. Nasty beats.
I got a 7. I need a better
I got
20
an 8
die.
plus 1. It's a 4.
You're an 8.
So the
They're not
sandbags, you guys are really sure. Oh shit! And you're just missing them. You're not like cutting through them. And then the next thing you see is the front
Grab me
of.
another 20 out of there. Like I need another 20.
In desperation,
Be careful.
I'm going to ask
No, it's
Jacques
fine. Thanks,
to
buddy.
grant me with speed and eat a feather.
A ball head?
In a panic, I'm just like, I need more speed.
Lay down. I'm a demon dog.
So you eat a feather of Jacques. You like pluck one off of him, and he goes, "Oh!" And you start like eating it. It just tastes like dirty farm animal. And he goes, "You definitely should not have eaten that.
It's not how it
You told me to eat it if I was hungry.
I said a ball hair. You ate a feather."
Did you say a ball head?
Yes!
Ball head. I thought I said feather.
Nope.
The 2 of you, Copper and Lander, see that from the airship, Swelle starts shrieking as he is just lifting off of the ground, floating some 15, 20 feet above the ship with Jacques Labal's nuts on his head, and he's just floating up until he hits around 30 feet above the deck of the ship, and he's just stuck up there. His little legs are kicking.
Jacques, what is happening?
I told you not to eat it. You're floating now. And I'm having way too much fun to let go.
The more of them you eat, the higher you'll go.
The rest of the front of the ship just
useless
implodes.
ship, man.
Wood pieces go flying everywhere as the head of the storm giant, Ram, still on his one hand, the rest of the storm giant bashes up through the front of the ship. And he kind of looks around and he sees the ship off to his right, the Nina. He's just going to cast Lightning Strike. So that ship is just going to get hit by bolts of lightning for 54 damage and ignite in flame. The
It's
bottom,
not sunk, it's just on fire.
yeah, and this is the distant ship.
Yeah.
Off to your right, on fire.
Moving.
You're rocking out of your.
Dude, it's the spirit of Bob. It's dying.
I haven't moved.
Yeah, the chair's trying to go back home.
Morgan's way.
I've just been rocking like this speed.
Not true.
Yikes. Anyways, Ram, what would you
It's
like
true.
to do so you're on his
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get back towards this ship. So I don't know if at one point, after he busts through and he's moving and he's casting stuff, or
I don't know.
whatever, I'll either tell him or if, whatever, if his hand was just, if it came down at all, I just want to jump off his hand. I don't want to be part of this kind
So
of.
you want to land on the stiff mast deck, your
Yeah.
airship? Yeah. So you
One,
land-
also to help these guys cut sandbags since they apparently can't cut them.
Sure. Yeah. So you
I
land.
only have a pocket knife right now.
He will kind of let you down. He says, "Which ones are your friends?" I'm assuming the one floating.
One floating, and then there's these 2 guys here that are trying to cut these ropes. We can leave them.
All right.
I'll remember this.
Swell. He reaches up his left hand and sort of
The giant?
plucks you out of the sky and places you on his shoulder.
It's very like Merry and Pippin on an ent.
And he says, "Why are they trying to cut the ropes?"
To get the airship out of here.
And he kind of reaches now with his free hand and just kind of rips the airship up off of the deck.
Oh, we should blow air into the.
Do we need that?
It's not inflated.
It's a good yes.
It's like a.
Yeah, can you help us out here too?
And you can hear, he says to, you guys can hear it, everyone can hear it, he says, "Get on your ship now." And then he gets like louder, he's like, "The rest of you, flee for your lives!" And lightning bolts just start coming down, hitting the Santa Maria and the Nina, or the Pinta, whichever one.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, there's bits of wood flying, flames erupting, everyone's kind of shrieking in a panic. What do the two of you want to do? Are you guys want
He said get on the ship. I'm
Yeah,
already like.
we're climbing up a rope.
I think because I'm talking to Jacques, and because I was in contact with the giant when all of this killing started, that the Silk Bandit might actually be taking credit for some of these kills.
Sure. Like an alter ego thing is happening? Like,
Yeah, this is part of my kill spree. It started with the sword jump assassination, and now I'm getting like plus 50.
Hey, someone's.
You can.
I'd be more than happy to steal a line and say, "I'll allow it."
So like at an assassin's guild, like my body count.
Because honestly, this is an ego thing, right? This is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun. Go ahead.
sure.
And then I'll get on the ship.
And the fact that like, this guy just wants to murder, like, murder.
Yeah.
So you've gotten back onto this.
I just climbed over the edge.
Copper milk
Sure.
bone.
I don't think we should let him back in pen 15.
Ask.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm climbing up the ropes.
All right, so the
Getting
four of
over
you
the
are now
edge.
on the deck of the stiff mast. The giant is still, he's like kind of like climbing up out of the ruins of the Santa Maria, which is still floating and starting to kind of sink down. But he's standing and he begins climbing up onto your airship, which is undamaged as we speak. But what do you guys want to do?
Wait.
Who's climbing
The giant.
So he's getting on board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he
Absolutely,
I'm
yeah.
cool with that.
Dude,
Yeah, he'll fit on your ship.
if we can
Will we on a fly still with him?
royalty storm giant.
Yes. He
I
can
thought
come.
he like ripped our ship up.
He just ripped it like.
So he just
it's not
lifted
connected to the
it up.
It was
off,
like
yeah.
it was like a Hulk situation, not like the ship fits in the palm of his hand situation.
Yeah. He was taking it off the deck of the.
It was like a.
Right. He was saving our ship from the crushed ship that he was destroying.
Yeah. So he climbs onto your ship and he says, "How do we get this thing to fly?"
We need to put hot air into the balloon.
Is it hot air driven?
We need to light the fires or.
Well, I thought it was a.
I didn't know if it was like also like supplementary motorized. Is this all hot air?
Do you think this is steampunk?
I mean, kind of, maybe.
Well, when we had the robots, I think it kind of was.
26 feet tall.
But we don't
That's
have-
how tall he is. He's 26 feet.
We don't have the robots anymore. So this is all. I think this is all hot air driven.
So like I'm
So
I'm
let's
gonna
get the
start
fire
pushing
starting.
like the accordion thing that you use for fires.
the
I'm
bellows.
doing that to try to get that going. Right, and then I'm
Maybe
like,
the giant
someone
can
start the
breathe in
fire!
there."
Start the fire!
Yeah. So you guys start cranking on your hot air devices, whatever. The balloon starts to inflate and lift up off of the ocean. You look down, you can see there's drow swimming. Some of them drowning. They can't swim. Why are they on a boat? And you also see on the sinking of the Santa Maria, coming out from one of the lower decks, you can see Jarl Axel standing now on the deck of the ship as it slowly lowers into the water, and he's just sort of staring up at you. And then eventually it just sinks, and your airship rises until you're some 100 feet.
As he does that, I pull out Dawnbringer and I point it at him.
Are you threatening the giant?
No,
Axel.
Jarl Axel.
Oh,
Down on the deck.
he can see us.
And he kind of shields his eyes, and then eventually he pulls a cigarette out, and he lights it as his ship just sinks into the water.
Wait, does he use the sunlight as his lighter?
Oh wait, he pulls out like a magnifying glass.
Yeah. I feel like that would be more his style.
As it sinks.
That'll cost you 500,000 gold pieces.
I yell from the deck.
My most expensive cigarette. Some 100 feet in the air now. Your ship is okay. It doesn't have a ton of damage to it. A little bit of charring on the sides from the lightning bolts. And the storm giant just says to you, "Now you take me home, and we go to war." That's where we'll end.
Awesome.
I didn't sign up for war.
Well, you kind
Dude,
of did.
we have
You got a king heron or whatever you said.
king giant, and we have a chicken with giant paws.
I'm just.
Band of
Andy,
misfits.
or
I got a body count from
Swelle.
0 to 51, and the Silk Bandit is loose.
dude, yeah, that was very kind of the two towers. But the swell, the pickup of the chicken.
We didn't
That's how I
even need him
picture
to
it.
sweet talk the giant.
He's standing
didn't,
on like
but
the
that was an
crest of
excellent
the ship
addition to
as
our
it's
party.
sinking.
Yeah,
He's
just-
just got his
That's
cigarette.
gonna pay dividends at Pen 15.
He has healing tears
Yeah.
And magical feathers.
and floaty feathers.
Actually, we just charged admission to see a chicken with giant testicles.
It's true.
If we didn't have a raven on our
And
team,
a giant.
the
We get
floating
a giant
would come
back
in handy.
Well, we're gonna have to put an addition on for giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cramped on the deck of the ship.
Yeah.
I don't know how the boats.
He might just eat our cow.
And that's breakfast.
Wait, but that's we make white Russians.
Succubus is back just training her animal handling with the cow. I'm trying to cultivate an army of beastmasters.
Like,
She's feeling nervous because she heard that we have a giant now.
I've never dealt with an animal that had this many penises.
He comes to the teleporter, just breaks into the building. Giant dong. She goes, "Oh my god."